Fuck it.
boy.
Stream needs to hear this chaos.
Sam?
Yeah.
Sam?
Everyone can hear it. Help.
Sam?
Sam.
Sam? 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 Sam?
Okay, hi, stream.
I'm gonna make that
Keep in mind,
into
Izzy and I are
a sound
the
thing.
Stream?
well-behaved
Stream?
ones here.
Stream? Mooney?
Stream.
Mooney?
Mooney.
Mooney?
Mooney.
Mooney?
Mooney.
Mooney?
Mooney?
I am so scared.
When you show them your moon, they might
No,
relax a little bit.
we don't
no.
know. We're just we're wild.
Might, no.
Okay. Not me.
Oh, no,
Please
it's
say it
fine.
again.
Don't worry about it. I guess I should go ahead and get started with D&D, huh? Don't do that.
D&D.
What kind of bird was that, Cast?
Beyond,
Um,
don't worry about it.
Oh my
my back
God.
just popped. And I cannot slouch for a moment.
We are
it's
having
hurt.
issues.
Yes. Yes. You guys talked to some ladies last time. I can't remember when you did, but at some point, Kathir made comment about Thesia's thighs.
I did.
This is very important.
You did. I asked you if you said it in character, and I'm pretty sure you said yes. I think it was straight before last, so that totally won't come back at any point. Sure. But you guys finished that up, and then you guys went back up to Thedon and your pets and your cart, and spent the night after Thedon told you about seeing 2 dragons flying. I think I said towards the coast in the in session. I meant to say away from the coast. Which you guys found out when you got back to town after being watched by a doll again, that not only was a town in the east attacked by dragons, but also Biter went missing. You guys confused the queen with quite a few overlapping statements. But she eventually said to just go get ready to do the job she asked you to do, and took the papers and the map from you guys to handle.
Izzy, we can hear the video.
Pick up?
Sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I just don't want to be copywritten.
Oh, it's not. I'm trying to reset my creative.
Who? Thurl, why did you write Sassy Baka on the throne room?
Huh?
Or is that Sussy Baka?
That's
What?
I think it's Sussy. I don't know.
I don't think that's not me.
Are you sure?
Yes,
Hold
I'm
on.
sure. I'm being accused here. That one wasn't me.
It's usually, to be fair, it's usually you.
I'm not denying that
I'm
usually the culprit, but I'm saying that one is not me.
I'm so
I
happy
gotta see
that
this.
you got blamed for something I did.
Damn.
Sam.
Why did you write Sussy Baka?
Because I never do anything like that, and so I was curious if I would
Okay,
be
you- okay.
blamed.
You can't, dude. You can't do something like that and then admit to it. That ruins it.
I'm so sorry.
This is a rare moment, though, that he got
I should have
blamed.
just let everybody be really confused and be like, "Oh, I didn't do it."
Yeah. Well, anyway, but that's where we left off. So one of you is taking that girlfriend and that pet to Alula. Ugh. And the rest of you, I don't know what you guys are doing. So, someone roll against Thurl to see who goes first.
I'm going on a shopping spree.
I'll roll you a D100.
Nope,
Nice
D20.
one.
No.
You guys are no fun.
I let you roll a D20 earlier, or a D100 earlier. Thurl, roll a D20.
I'm working on it.
Okay, so
Oh.
we're gonna go with the people staying in Kingdom for right now. What are you guys doing?
Mm.
Oh, I guess I could put you back on the town.
Probably.
What's my money?
Not on Alula, on Float Tour. Oh, I had to open Incarnate. I don't know where any of these maps are, or any of these buildings.
Oh, I'm gonna go check on my aquarium backpack.
Oh, that is actually
Okay.
a good
I
thing.
believe you paid up front for that, right?
Yeah.
Making sure. Cool. You get there, and are you going to the blacksmith for it, or to the I can close the dragons.
I'm trying to remember who I went to originally. I
think
think it was the blacksmith.
You originally went to
Yeah.
the blacksmith.
I'll go to the blacksmith then.
I will be following Akelys because I have a thing I need.
Oh, I have a name for the blacksmith shop, and I just never told anyone.
What's the blacksmith?
It's called
shop?
Metal. It's called Metal Mania.
No,
Oh.
no, that's fun.
But you get in there, and which one of you was Dayfear? And Dayfear is, just sat at his anvil, taking a quick little break, and hears the door open. You're back for your
Backpack?
backpack, right?
Aquarium back.
It's one moment. I might not have it back from Merb yet. And he stands up and goes rumbling through what he's got, and aha, there. Yep, she brought it earlier. Here you go.
Didn't everything go well with creating it? Anything I need to be aware of? Weak points? I mean,
He'll spend some just a couple minutes pointing out, well, try not to get hit here. It won't break easily, but who drew boobs?
You see this literally the whole thing? It's made out of glass.
well, it's reinforced.
It's stronger than just glass. Try not to hit any of the glass on anything, but take a little bit of roughing up. Here's the straps. That's how you put it on. It should be great for whatever you're putting in it.
Thank you. My god. Seahorse will enjoy this a lot.
I
God,
don't know
seahorse?
if you're a
He
seahorse
thinks he's a
under-
god.
I don't know if he thinks much, I'll be honest. I think he thinks too much, actually, maybe that's the case. I don't know. He just... It's too much, really.
Interesting. Have fun.
Well, actually, I
I
did...
do appreciate it.
I have a lot, potentially, that I'm going to be requesting from you. We're not going to be staying here for very long, right? We're staying here for a day. This is more to the party, right?
I believe so. Because we're staying here. Kethir's doing their thing, and then we're going. Because we've got more things we've got to do.
So, just out of the curiosity, do you have any gems or perhaps some powdered silver that you're not using?
You could probably find most of that at the jeweler's.
Okay, that's also fair. Just curious if there's any here, because I need quite a few materials. I am... there's a lot of things that have going on, that's all. Well, if you don't have any, do you think that you can make me a very beautiful, ornate-looking silver mirror, within a day?
Also, probably more at the jeweler's.
Okay, well, maybe I'm not supposed to go here, Oh, looking at everything
Small,
else.
delicate work with metals, more their style, her style. I need to connect it back, not just one way. That's more her style.
Fair enough. Would also ivory strips be more on hers, or would you happen to have any of those?
One moment.
Asking the guy who works with metal for literally everything except metal is going great for you so far. Keep that up.
Hey, sometimes
I'm sure this
blacksmiths
time
have
you'll have
it.
it.
You know, sometimes you go to a blacksmith and they like inlay a gem into a ring or something like that, or there's the
If-
potential, okay?
If she doesn't have any, you could try one of the temples. I'm sure they'd be glad to send you some.
Oh, actually, that's a really good idea. Man,
Can I visit the temples without me?
well, you're the one who's leaving. So, yes. Well, thank you. I'm sorry. I didn't think this through as much as I thought.
It's all right. It must be your first time in town. Most smaller towns have fewer shops.
Yeah, I'm used to either finding it or having to trade it for reasons, and yeah, not used to this.
Yeah.
All right.
It's all right.
Then
Mm.
I don't know if you want to follow me equally as well. Actually, before I leave, the powdered silver.
Eventually, did you
Also,
go
he said that I would
With
be
them? Yeah, probably at the jeweler.
okay.
If not, they're one of the temples. Might have some of that too. Venti, are you traveling around with them, or are you going off on your own?
Where did you say was ivory strips were mentioned, right?
They're at the blacksmith right now, but they did ask where to get those, and I think Cherish is adding that to her path.
Yes.
I do need ivory strips and a shit ton of incense. So can I just like go looking for that wherever that would be? Oh, a temple or something.
You're just gonna skip the jeweler, who might have it. They might have it at the jeweler's.
You just come with
Then I'll
us,
go to
and
the
then you can
jewelers.
bring
Whichever-
the cleric to a temple with you.
Sure.
All right. So
Did not sound very sure about that.
once you guys show up at the, it's a little bit of a walk because you guys are up here for the blacksmith,
Mm.
and now you're going down here to this teardrop shaped building for the jeweler. But there's a lovely elven woman.
I have
Um,
a question.
Yes.
Why are your tears so misshapen?
It's the best descriptor. At a glance, it's whatever.
Like a potion bottle or like.
Don't let him distract you. Continue.
But behind the counter, there's a lovely elven woman, and there's another elven woman sat on a stool, kind of off to the side, reading a book. Who looks to be the woman on the stool looks to be wearing cleric type robes, also. But when you step in, the one behind the counter looks up and gives a great big old grin and, hi there, how can I help y'all today?
Well, with quite a lot, actually.
Oh, I
Prefer-
love big spenders.
Within the day, if you can. Do you have any extra pretty big gems or diamonds? Potentially even ruby dust, powdered silvers?
Diamonds I have been bought out of because of all the things that the palace is needing them for nowadays, but I do have some ruby dust, and I do have a little bit of powdered silver, but you might be better off going to a temple for that.
Fair enough, okay.
I just want to look at the pretty jewelry.
Oh.
There, it's gorgeous. It is very. It looks delicate, but you can tell with what metals are used and how it's arranged that it. I mean, it's not super strong. No jewelry is super strong and looks this delicate, but it's not as delicate as it looks.
Any... I'm gonna let the person who came here for a reason go do first. I'm just gonna message you.
Okay.
Or do you want me to message you or put it in whispers?
Oh, especially
Whispers.
with holy figures. Yeah, probably would go to a different place for that then. Sorry, I'm looking at the long ass list of things I have. Okay, well, if you can then spare either 25 gold piece worth or even 50 gold pieces worth of powdered silver, I would appreciate it, as well as some ruby dust for 50 gold pieces. And if you have any gems that are just any gems that are worth about 1,000 gold,
Does it have to be just one gem worth 1,000, or can it be multiple gems that add up to 1,000?
it has to be one gem. And if you do have it, a 1,000 gold piece silver or a silver mirror as well.
Now mirror, I can get for you, but gem, I'll have to go looking. Powdered silver, yeah, you just go to a temple. You might have to make a stop through a couple temples if you want that much. And ruby dust, got that easy for you. Let me just and she like turns her head a little bit. Hey, Jotris, can you go check for a? And she just raises her hand, sets down a book. I've got you, dear, and steps towards the back. I'll write down that name.
A sunburst pendant. I forgot about that as well. I don't know exactly what a sunburst pendant specifically is, but I just remember it being used in certain spells. And I'm realizing I am not using all of the knowledge that I have learned from being a cleric of Entoma, being trained as an acolyte under him, and I want to use more of that, so... yeah, I don't... It's called a sunburst pendant.
Sunburst.
I don't know, I'm trying to remember which material that one was from. I imagine it's just a pendant that looks like a sun. It's for Dawn, with a spell called Dawn, a sunburst pendant.
Oh,
So I imagine it's just a pendant that looks like a sun.
does it have to be worth a certain amount?
100 gold pieces.
Okay. I can make you one.
Within a day?
Yeah, it should be real simple, just for 100 gold pieces. And she glances back at the door and back at you guys. And Jotris walks back through and has a small box. There's 2 back there. And she passes the box to the lady in front of you. Oh, wonderful. Here, you can pick between these 2 for the 1,000 gold piece worth gem.
What do the gems look like?
I'm pulling up. Where's my book? Where's my book? Hold on. I'm so sorry. I should have had this prepared. You started talking about gems. I should have had this.
It's okay.
Is it in this one? Where are the gems?
You're looking.
Oh, come on. There's art objects, but not gems.
There is, if you're looking at the DMG somewhere.
I have a different... I have
Never
made
mind.
random tables out. 208. But anyone else looking for anything? Please, I'll look at your request in a moment.
do you have any-
for my tic-tac-toe rant?
Damn. Do you have any ivory strips, perchance?
Ivory. Yes, I do. Did you already ask about that too?
No, I didn't. I was.
Okay. I
forgot
was just
about
making
that
sure I
one.
wasn't saying something different than what I already said. How much are you intending to buy? Because I only have a limited amount.
If I could take 4 strips off of you, I would be thankful.
Mm.
Ooh, hello.
And before she can even turn to ask, Jotris turns around and walks back to the back. She'll check on that for you real quick.
Appreciate
Alright,
it.
thank you.
Oh, did you want some ivory too, dear?
If you have it, the extra amount, sure. So I'm pretty sure the spell that requires it will consume it. So if we have extra, it means we can cast it more.
Roll me a d8. 2d8, Sam.
Okay.
How much are the ivory strips worth? I forgot.
they need to
Oh.
be worth was it 50 gold pieces each? Hold on, where is it? FRB, yeah, 50 gold pieces each. So, 200 gold pieces.
Okay. Roll me a d20, one of you. And Sam, the two options are a star ruby, which is translucent red with white star-shaped center, or a blue sapphire, which is transparent blue to white.
Get this
Wait.
sapphire.
Transparent blue white.
I am going to get the star ruby because it's red and Cherish would like it more. Sorry.
But the other one is called sapphire. I mean,
No, it's sapphire.
Sapphire.
no, you said sapphire. It's too late.
Oh, I'm sorry. Which one of you were rolling the d20? Venti or
Yeah,
Cherish?
Venti, I'll let you roll.
Alright. 1 sec. I may or may not be in the middle of a minesweeper.
Who missed?
And we can get a silver mirror here as well, right?
16!
Oh, yes. I have a couple. You said it was 1,000 gold worth, though, didn't you?
Yes, needs to be pretty expensive.
I'll have to do a little bit of work on them. But oh my god, you rolled high.
It's a sign that I'm finally
Okay.
stealing Cherish's net 20s soon.
Churches
This will be the
It's okay.
session.
returns with another box. This one is a very ornate box. It's got ivory on the outside of the box to mark it as the ivory box. In very beautiful design. She opens it up and, well, it looks like you just got a fresh shipment. So there were 16 strips back there.
Oh, damn.
And if you could see dollar signs in a woman's eyes, the woman behind the counter has dollar signs in her eyes as she offers the box. And, well, how many do you two want?
I only need 4 right now. I don't want to take all your stock.
Sounds like she's got quite a stock.
Just because I am in the market of spending my money today, oh man, I'm tempted to do 8 because that means that's 3 uses of legend lore, potentially.
Wait, oh, you're also doing it.
Well, I'm buying it because I have this spell, or I could have this spell just because I'm a cleric, but it means you could also cast it too. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to. I'll take 8 of those.
Oh, wonderful. Anything else I can do for you two before I get started on your mirror and your sunburst pendant?
Yes.
No, ma'am.
Whatever that is.
It's just a pendant. It was a pendant that they used. Just trust me. Needs to look like a sun. That's all I know.
Here comes the sun. I got you. That should only take me about an hour. By the time you're done at the temple and doing whatever else you want to do today, it should be done.
Okay.
Right.
The only other thing, well, I'm trying to find what it was because I wrote down a crystal worth 100 gold pieces and then under it like a jeweled horn or glass eye. And I'm not sure what spell that was for or what I didn't write the spell down exactly for these. So I'm like, what the fuck is this for? Is it important for me to spend more money on this? I don't know. That one's not. Man, I do need a lot of holy water. It turns out the cleric spells require cleric things. So
Wow.
it's weird how that works. Tiny spell needed a glass eyeball. What the- And why is that a thing? It's gonna be
All I
some-
know is that you don't question it. You get it anyways, because it's gonna come up eventually.
You know what? It probably will. At some point, one point or another, we might need it. So go ahead.
Maybe that one's for portrait purposes.
I don't think so. Do you have
Replace the real
just
eyeball.
any crystal worth 100 gold pieces as well?
Well, of course I do. If I had 1,000 gold, is that a gem or specifically a crystal?
I wrote down crystal, so I'm willing to bet it needs to be a crystal specifically, not a gem. That's why I'm trying to fucking find it. Where the fuck is it? Oh, there it is! Clairvoyance! That's what it is! A focus worth at least 100 gold pieces. Either a jeweled horn for hearing or a glass eye for seeing. Actually, I need two, because I want the ability to do both of those. I have to pick, probably, but... So,
Wait, it's which spell? Clairvoyance?
Clairvoyance, yes. So it needs to be worth 100 gold pieces, and it needs to be a jeweled horn or a glass eye. I want both, so it's going to be 200 gold. If you guys have that. It's very weird and specific as well. But I promise. It worked.
Sorry, I'm... Sorry. Since it's a focus, you're probably not gonna find it here. And she glances back at Jotris, who just shakes her head, and
Okay.
probably not at the temples either.
Do you
I'm not sure where I would get one of those.
Actually, this would be the most likely place for the eyeball. I think,
it's glass.
unless you have a plan for where it is, Brooke, because it's just a decorative eyeball, it'd be like something that the nobles.
Yeah,
would
but it's
use.
specifically a focus.
It is a
Well,
focus.
you're
Oh, well, no,
using
it's
it
the item.
specific-
Okay.
You're
I
using
misread
the
that.
item specifically as a focus, but the item itself is not magical in nature. It's just a very fancy glass eyeball, and so
Or
the
a
jewelry shop
fancy
is the type of place that would
Bejeweled
stock
horn.
that.
If you don't have it, though, that's perfectly fine.
No, I thought it was specifically focused.
Yeah,
She
that's the only reason
very
it's-
quickly backtracks on her word. Well, just a gloss. It doesn't have to be like an arcane focus, right?
No, it's just a bejeweled horn, essentially, into glass eye, if you have either one of those, or both of them. I'm willing to pay.
Roll
Or
me
all
a
three.
100.
D100?
Yeah.
Can I roll? Oh.
A little late.
I think I got an eye back there. I'm not sure about the horn.
Okay. Well, the eye
How
is...
much do gems cost?
Depends on the gem. There's 50 gold piece gems, there's 10, usually 150, 1,000, and then 5,000. At least the basic DMG.
Yeah. But I like you guys. You spend so much money.
I don't usually do this, but oh god, it's to help. Go away. It's your accent slipping into mine. Oh no.
Wonderful. That was my plan all along.
No. I'm usually not a big spender, but some recent events have made me realize I should be more prepared, just in case.
Well,
things
that is
happen.
always smart. Always smart. I'll keep an eye out for a jeweled horn, though, in case you ever swing back through town and don't have one by then.
I
I
appreciate
bet
it.
it's fine.
And any extra diamonds as well. If you could hold
Oh,
on to
well.
just one.
I'll try, but I don't know. The palace seems to keep buying more and more these days.
Does the horn just need to be expensive, or does it need to be good quality?
It has to be a jeweled horn worth 100 gold pieces.
Yes, could you buy like 100 gold pieces of gems, then find a horn and glue them to the horn?
Yeah, just glue it. I could probably go back to the blacksmith. If I buy 100 gold piece gem here, go to the blacksmith and tell him to put it in there. That might work. I don't think the jeweler would have just a... Well, no, the blacksmith might have the horn. You know what? Just for the fuck of it, just whatever is your least favorite gem, as long as it's worth 100 gold.
Well, if it's bejeweled, you should buy like 2 or 3 gems.
It's not bejeweled, it just says a jeweled horn. It has a jewel on it. I consider it jeweled. Does the DM
How
consider it
much does it have
jeweled?
to be worth?
100
Yeah,
gold
it'll work.
pieces.
Well, I got some chrysoberyl back there if you want that.
I have Never heard of a gem like that. Sure.
It's transparent. Like, okay,
Mhm.
fourth wall break. It's like the yellow Gatorade color.
Ew.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
My
like
mom
light.
thinks the yellow Gatorade's green.
she
Oh,
may
no.
be colorblind.
It's neon green, technically, under some lights. But
Yeah.
I will throw that in too.
All right.
Are you keeping track
I
of the
am.
money you're spending?
Trust me, I have.
Okay.
So yeah, 1,800. I got the 50 ruby dust, the 200 for that. I'm gonna add it up here. Oh, the 100. I trust you to get it done. So another 1,000 for the silvered mirror and another 100 for the pendant. I'm gonna add all that up real quick.
Wonderful, thank you. And Venti, you subtracted your money?
How much?
You
Also-
bought 4 strips, so that's 200, right? 200 gold?
Okay, let me do that really quick. 200.
And she finally turns to you, Acles. And anything for
Okay.
you?
I already have the things I'm buying. The coral necklace
well,
and
you
the...
are efficient.
It's much better than us, or at least me. It's like, I need this, and actually this, and actually this.
Oh,
These are for my
wonderful.
partner.
Oh.
Oh, isn't that just the sweetest? And she quickly checks you out for your stuff.
I was gonna say, oh, yeah,
Um,
what?
Yeah.
No,
I have a partner, and
Okay.
he was like, oh.
I'm married. Excuse you.
And then the Swedes immediately starts checking out. Whoa.
But if there's not anything else I can do for you, it was pleasure.
Nothing.
It was a pleasure meeting you three.
Awesome.
And
Pleasure
thank
meeting
you.
you
Well, 4, I guess Cal's here too.
Yeah.
And thank you for your patronage. And
What is your names, by the way? I feel like I should know that in case we come back through here.
well, I'm Gregory Beachstar, and this is my wife, Jotris.
So much easier
And
to pronounce. her
Jotris
name.
just gives just a little wave.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm
your
gonna-
name.
I'm gonna need your
Beach.
first name spelled out.
Jotris. Beach and last name. It's not beach like the beach. It's beach like the tree.
Also,
I think.
just for everybody out
What?
there, I am giving them 3,150 gold pieces.
That's got to be a good chunk of your money.
I still have 5,000 platinum, so I'm fine.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you guys got paid a lot.
Yeah, that's
recently.
why I'm like, you know what? Fuck
Aw.
it.
I forgot I have platinum.
But unless you guys have anything else on that, fuck.
You know what?
Girl.
I'm running back in. Take another 1,000 gold pieces. I want that other gem. Alright. Fuck it.
Oh, okay. She had just like turned towards Jotris and was like, "Can you
She
believe
bought
it?" Blah blah blah.
I bought
And
the sapphire,
you're
yeah.
back. Hi.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna
Here,
just
thank-
take it. Alright, here you go. Another 1,000.
Okay.
I hope you
Cool,
do
thank
good with
you.
this.
Pleasure doing business. It's amazing. Thank you. But for all,
Yes, ma'am.
going back to Alula, do you have? Well, I guess there's only one place Egerton can really drop you. You guys appear in the Academy of Magics. They seem to have been expecting you. You can assume that Egerton called ahead, and they show you very efficiently show you the way out, so you don't interrupt studies. But you're back in Alula.
Any of them look like they're having sleep issues?
Roll an insight.
You have issues.
God damn it.
Any of them need a
There's plenty of
flyer?
issues. Sleep? I don't know.
Need a fire? What?
I have flyers.
Oh,
Okay.
flyer. I thought you said fire. I was like, why are we setting people on
Yes.
fire?
Do you have
I
any
heard that one
fires?
too. Don't worry.
She's a witch!
I should be
There's students in a
advantaging-
there's students in a Magic
cereal.
Academy, of course they're tired, but they all seem to just be stressed studying tired, not
Would you
can't sleep
spare
tired.
them?
I'll leave a couple of pamphlets on a desk.
Okay.
I'm sure there's
You
like
hear-
it's a magic. Well, I'm sure there's like a bulletin board somewhere. And as we pass, I just want to tuck like 3 flyers into the bulletin board.
I was hoping you left them on a desk. Okay.
One uses the back for scratch paper.
I was gonna have a student be very excited to have new kindling to try a spell on.
Damn.
But you step out, and right across from you is the Ninth Life Magic Shop. It has been opened back up.
I'll wander over.
Is her
It's a
name
good thing
Phoenix?
Her
I
and
think
her
was her name.
child has not died. Hopefully.
When
Phoenix sounds
you step into the Ninth Life, you notice a distinct lack of a dragon killing sword posted up behind the counter, even as
Yeah.
Phoenix looks up.
Say hi.
You're back awfully quick. Can I help you? It's the accent is affecting everything.
This is your own fault.
It always does.
Bruce.
Well, we were hoping to reacquire your sword, as apparently dragons are becoming a common problem, but it seems that some otherworldly force doesn't want it in my hands.
Well, I did just have to sell that off to the guards. They won't tell us why, but if dragons are becoming a thing like you say, I'm assuming they got word of something from the
Do you know
palace.
which guards?
I named some of them.
Do you named them? They didn't already
I
have
did.
names?
No, I told you guys 2 names. But I don't have them written down anywhere because I kind of just pulled them out of nowhere.
Well, guess what? That
I
means you get to rename them whatever.
No, but I can't. I'll just go back and find Pink Hair and his buddy. I'll just make new people. Yeah, there was fuck, I don't know anyone's name. I don't get out and socialize much. It was the captain of the guard. Then she like snaps her fingers a couple of times trying to recall a name. I think his name is Bertram? Bertram Shesk. Yeah, that sounds right.
Like Burden?
No. Well, yeah. I guess when you spell it out, it is kind of like burden, but it's literally 1 letter off burden.
That's suspiciously close to Burden, yeah.
He's a human. He got promoted after the last captain died. That's why I don't know his name yet. He hasn't done much business with us. But they came in, they bought some of the arrows I had, resistance potions, and the sword.
Find them and kill them.
Well,
Yes, make an enemy of Alula.
That'll be
I
Sorry.
appreciate
That
your
wasn't-
candor.
That was Izzy speaking.
Ah. Yeah, well, if dragons are becoming important, no offense to you or whoever you're helping, but I'd rather the sword stay in town where my little girl's living. God.
Yeah.
Back.
Back in the
Yeehaw.
fucking building! Rootin' tootin'.
Well,
God.
I hope that you and your girl stay safe and have fun.
And about this time,
It's nice seeing you again.
Sizzle pops
no,
her head over the
actually,
counter and gives a
get it
bright
now.
little wave, like, "Hi,
Oh, it's your favorite. It's a kid.
I like
hi,
it's your
mister."
favorite. The child.
Hi, kid.
Bye, mister.
Bye, kid. Keep going.
Okay.
I have a guard captain to find.
Did I mark down a guard tower? I don't think I did. So. Roll me a d3.
Huh?
All of
A
a sudden,
d3.
all of the guard towers have disappeared.
They are on fire simultaneously. A dragon's burning them down.
Cool. So, I know there's technically not. Oh, wait, you can't see this. Hold on. How do I drag just you here? Is
can.
this.
Gotta
Did
look
that
for his
work,
color.
girl? Wait, what?
You look for his color, which it should be the weird pink flesh color. Salmon pink.
What do you mean, look for his color?
I mean, you can, or if you look for his color or his name, I think you can drag him specifically.
Yeah, I'm dragging his name onto Alula, but it's not.
Dragon dance nights.
It's
Alright,
not doing
here
it.
we go.
Oh well, whatever. We're all going to Alula.
Woo!
I know there's not a building on this tiny little island over here. I'm on the GM layer. But there's
No, you weren't.
I was on the GM. Now I'm not. But anyhow, can you see me when I ping on the GM layer now? Let me see.
No.
Oh,
I think he's just making
Yeah.
you get worried for no reason.
Okay.
Now I'm confused.
That little island's got a guard tower on it, even though I don't have it on there. And that's the first one you check, and it's the first one you find a couple guards at, and one has a fancy helmet and a very familiar sword attached to his hip.
How's his sleep looking?
Oh no.
Roll an insight check straight because he's wearing a helmet and you can't see much of his face.
But I'm cute, and that helps.
Mhm,
Sure,
mhm.
buddy.
People always want to reveal themselves too cute.
Uh-huh.
No.
21.
Alright. He seems stressed about something, and it seems to have been keeping him up lately.
That all right was very disappointing.
But when you start to approach the guard tower, he stands up a little straighter and puts his hand on the hilt of his sword and, can I help you? God. Can I help you?
I need that. So
Hi, I'm Kether at the moment. Like
That's
double checks that I'm
nice to
actually
know.
Kether for him. I have some business with you. I believe you're Birdum, correct?
Yes. What's the purpose of this little visit?
It's about that sword you're wearing around your waist.
What about it?
I'd like to acquire it off of you. And I think potentially put an end to some of those worries that are costing you sleep at night.
Even through like the slits of the helmet, you could see him narrow his eyes a little bit. While I would appreciate the help, said a little bit sarcastically, we got word of a dragon attack down the coastline, and I would like for us to be even a bit more prepared.
Which I completely agree with. And that is actually why I'm here. I have been sent on a mission from the queen herself to hunt down these dragons before they attack further cities. And if I and my compatriots take out the dragons, they'll never approach your quiet little town anyway.
So, are you okay? I don't know if you forgot the exact wording or if you're fibbing a little bit, but she only asked now that the dragons are gone to go help with the rescue effort.
She asked us to head to Mondstadt to help with the rescue effort and to investigate what the dragons were doing, which is not hunting down the dragons, but she did ask us to look into the dragons. So I'm not fibbing.
completely.
Roll a persuasion check it. I'll say a straight roll.
I wasn't done persuading. Do I have to go straight?
Oh, okay, go for it.
All I was gonna say is And I think a lot of what you're facing, as I understand, but I could also, we've taken down dragons before. This armor, in fact, I'm wearing is from the body of a dragon. So, well, actually, with that sword that you're carrying now, I slayed that dragon. But I'd also be willing to hand you, and I'm gonna pull out my sword and offer it and show it to him. Be willing to trade you for it. So this one may not be so good against dragons in general, but would be good for you in any encounter you face, dragon or otherwise, to help keep you and your town safe.
You're giving up a legendary item? Which sword are you offering him? The defender?
Yeah.
He make a persuasion check at advantage.
With guide.
Oh, good God, man. Where are my rolls today?
Don't worry
17!
about it. That's a legendary fucking sword. You needed a 10. He hesitates for only a moment until he seems to recognize the sword in your hand, and his eyes light up with recognition. Where did you deal? Take it. I don't. And he'll happily trade you the sword, and studies the defender once it's in his hands with a familiarity of someone who's handled this sword before.
Well, then I've returned it to its rightful home anyway.
Well, I wouldn't say rightful. I did learn how to use a sword from the man who owned this sword, but he went to do a job and didn't come back. So I guess that's when the dragon got the sword. Which is weird. He didn't go anywhere near any dragons.
But, also, if the sleep is still plaguing you, I know some of it's worry, but, Goddess is always happy to help those in need and able to soothe minds into the quiet calmness of sleep, and I'll give him a pamphlet.
He is less happy to take that. Some of it's worry, sure, but most of it's, and as he's interrupted by the sound of someone kicking a metal bucket and then hopping around on one foot, holding their hurt foot, swearing, and he sighs. Most of it's the idiots that work under me.
Which is true, but one of the things the Great Goddess does isn't just give you more sleep, it's give you more restful sleep. And if you're only being allowed 6 hours a night because of the idiots under you, don't you want those 6 hours to carry as far as they possibly can?
Real.
Maybe. I don't know. I'll look into it. Thank you for the trade and bringing the sword back home.
We'll wish him the best, and then find a quiet corner to talk to Parth.
You would probably find one up against this wall somewhere.
So, buddy, when did you become a celestial being?
Fucking what the hell?
Are you doing this in front of Triss?
Yes, I trust Triss.
Triss's head whips around. And Bart just if a fairy dragon could do the 2-finger poking together thingy, like the
Don't
know
know.
the emojis, like the awkward little
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that thing, he's doing it. The night that Venti was attacked by that thing, and I got attacked by that thing.
Yeah. I
Should
was
have
attacked.
killed me.
You
Smile.
got made into a celestial being by him or by other
Not
forces?
By him. He's got that look like I can't really say.
put on a fairy dragon.
It's the vibes of the last time you tried to question him about things of, I can't tell you about it exactly. But if you ask around the bush, I might be able to answer a few questions.
A bush.
The bush.
I assume, given that you have deific powers, that a god was involved of some sort.
Yes.
Is it one who has been sticking their nose in our business recently anyway?
He hesitates, but nods.
Doesn't really narrow the list down that much.
Actually, if you think about it, it expands a little bit.
Oh boy.
Is it one that you would trust enough to have made that deal? Or
Before you
one...
finish the sentence, he's nodding.
Hmm.
As soon as the word trust is out your mouth, he is very big nods.
Well, it's probably not one of the ones trying to kill us then. Or my fairy
Oh,
dragon's
she would
secretly
never.
evil.
Jeez.
Oh, it's a she. That's good.
And after you say that, he's like, oh, shoot. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that.
If I look him over, do I recognize like any symbols or marks on him, or like a change of color or something?
Make a perception check.
Also, is there like a goddess that has something to do with dragons in general?
And make a religion check.
17 and 25.
Okay, so on the 17, he hasn't really changed. He's still got the like slight divots in his belly scales from where the symbol had been carved into him, but healed up. It just left a few marks behind. But he hasn't really changed visibly. Roll me. Well, no. You know that Onira said something about Scophos liking dragons a lot, but
Yeah, but he's not a goddess.
yeah, he's very distinctly not a she.
Yeah, it shows every
what?
time his apron moves a little.
I hate you. But you, oddly enough, you can't think of any deity of dragons specifically.
Is it a deity I should know the name of?
Very quickly starts shaking his head.
Which direction?
Shaking is no, nodding is yes, I think.
You can shake your head up and down or side to side.
No, he's shaking it no.
Okay.
To me, shaking is no, nodding is yes. Sorry.
That's fair.
Same.
It's just when you say shaking, you could shake it like up and down.
I guess.
Which is what creates nodding, but it's still a shaking motion. Huh. Get ahead, dear stress.
I cannot hear your dragon. I'm going based off only the nods and shaking of the head.
No, she can hear the dragon.
I thought it spoke mentally. Does it not? I don't know how fairy dragons work, man.
No, it could just speak to Chronic and Sylvan.
Oh, well, she speaks neither of those languages.
I'll be translating for her then. I speak Draconic.
Okay. She seems deep in thought. Well, if we don't know them, that would be a new deity, which is a big deal, which we should hopefully find out. Or
Wait a minute. It's a deity that's been sticking its nose in our business, but we don't know it.
no, I have no clue.
I'm not there. Just confused.
my
Are fairy
trouble.
dragons from this realm?
Roll me a history check.
With advantage because I've
No.
killed dragons? I think my
No.
armor gives me advantage on dragon lore.
I believe
Mm.
specifically on that type of dragon.
That's kind of dope.
History. Go. 18.
Usually, most people think that fairy dragons come from the Feywild. Some people believe they came from something on this plane of existence. It's not really pinned down exactly where they are from.
But they're generally accepted to be from this universe.
Yes.
Which disproves that. Eh. Well, how about you keep me more in the loop next time?
Well, hopefully I don't almost die again.
Well, hopefully not, but next time you get contacted by a godly being, you know, maybe that's information for the people around you to have.
Technically, she didn't get close enough to bother any of you.
That doesn't mean she wasn't getting in contact with you.
Yeah, I guess.
And you've been around us, you know. We share when stuff like that happens so that we don't get blindsided by investigating catacombs and finding out we're being followed by a holy dragon.
He puffs up a little bit in pride. I'm a holy dragon.
Technically, yes.
I'll have to tell her you called me that. That's fun. I like it.
So many of these animals are getting egos. Or already have
Man,
them.
this is. I'm not gonna lie, this dragon gives me Land Before Time.
Never seen it.
Specifically, Sarah.
Sarah the Triceratops?
Yeah.
Can't believe I remembered that. The fact that
I think I've
knew
seen the
who you
movie,
were
I just don't
talking about.
remember it. But, like, I'm not in trouble, right? Like, you're not mad?
Well, I'm a little concerned. I'm worried. I don't know that I'm mad. Maybe a little disappointed that you didn't trust us with this information.
Well, that's worse than being mad.
That's disappointing.
There's only so much I can say. I mean, I can't tell you.
Yes, but you were able to tell me you made a deal with some sort of being, and that you trust that being, and that you don't believe the being means us harm, which is all information you could have given me without prompting, given that you could give it to me in general.
Yeah, but she asked me to keep it on the, how did she say it? On the down low until you started asking. And even then, there's only so much I can say, and it's a whole deal, and yeah.
This is why I hate
That's why you hate what?
the gods.
He bristles a little like that. God's human life, so.
Careful, SpongeBob. Careful. Careful, SpongeBob.
Do you have any more questions for him?
Not really, but I do want to keep an eye on him.
Okay, cool. We're gonna go back over to the tour with the other peoples. You're leaving the jewelers. Where you going?
We need nearest
going to
holy
the-
place.
I'm
the-
dipping.
That's very fair. Be safe, Iglis.
I've got to go fill this with some seawater somehow.
Well,
I don't know
Oh.
where I'm gonna get that.
You're landlocked, dude.
yeah.
I know. Maybe I can find someone
Well,
to
wait,
like
would
conjure
you
up
have
water.
known that earlier?
It's a seahorse.
Either way, I don't think Iglis would have gotten the thing before you left to put the water
They
in.
wouldn't have gotten
Um,
the tank, but if
but
they
I
knew they
know-
needed seawater and we had discussed I was going to a coastal city, since we didn't actually roleplay our discussion before I left, they should be able to tell me they need seawater. I'm
If
literally
they
next
could
to the
have thought
ocean.
to ask, then yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I know. I feel like Acles is smart enough to know that the seahorse needs to be in seawater.
Probably.
Yeah.
Or,
I
I'd
hope.
say you could
know,
ask.
Druid.
Also, can I get a link to the sword I just acquired?
Yeah.
Alright.
Either I know me or Cal could also just create water and just dump a bunch of salt in it. That's how seawater works, right?
Oh, God.
I think you'd kill my seahorse.
Probably.
Well, then everyone
Very
would know
much
for
so.
sure that it wasn't a god.
Hey, that's how the whole goose and groose thing, you know?
Yeah.
Careful.
But since that's being handled, are you going with them to the temple?
I guess.
Okay.
You don't have
Roll
to,
a
Iglis.
D4.
You could
Mm,
fight. Okay, well, you know, no one's forcing your hand. If you get uncomfortable, you don't have to go.
There's only one god that I have any. There are two gods that I have appreciation for,
Mhm,
and that is Entomo
mhm.
and Fengari,
Long
right?
word,
Because
isn't it?
she's. Who's the plant lady?
Ampheos, which, funnily
Ampheos.
enough, that's the temple you guys show up at.
Yeah.
Look at this. See, it won't be awful.
And like, there's a very tiny shrine for Entomo in the corner because that's his big sister. Obviously, they're gonna have a shrine for him too. But it's a very nature-y themed temple. Obviously, it's mostly open air. Actually, it's got marble pillars up the sides holding up a glass dome roof, and there's vines and trees and bushes and a few seating benches and a couple robed people wandering around.
Okay. We'll look
where
for the
are they?
nearest person who looks sort of in charge, or because I've been in the temple and stuff before, if I would know who might be like the head priest. Sure, different
They're
churches have different things, but
roll a perception check, but you also notice they're wearing the same kind of robes as Jotris was. You can pretty easily spot someone whose robes look a little bit more higher up.
I'm gonna try
Like,
to-
maybe not directly the leader of the temple, but whoever is here, this is the highest ranking person.
I'm going to try to catch
Apple.
their eye or something. You just like hold a hand up, like wave.
He pauses from where he was. He was like crouched in front of a flower that seemed to be suffering just a little bit because it was maybe a little too dry, and he was watering it, but he stands up and wanders over while he brushes off his hands. Hi, welcome.
Hello. I have a handful of things that I was wondering if I could buy off of you. Trying to be more prepared as I'm going on adventures and everything with my newfound friends.
He had been hesitant because temples don't usually sell things. They're not a shop. But when you say adventurer and he spots the symbol on his quick little glance over, he gives a nod of understanding. Being prepared is a good thing, especially for You adventuring clerics.
Yes, I'd love to help protect and guide my friends where I can. So, if you happen to have a little over 1,000 pieces or gold piece worth of like incense, oils, herbs, I would appreciate that. Any like bones, vials of holy water, powdered silver, just kind of an assortment of things.
The more you're talking, his eyes, his brows raised at the 1,000 gold worth of anything,
Yeah.
and then you're continuing.
Yeah. I've been under. I haven't had a lot of things that I didn't realize that I should have on me in case, and then I realized when issues came up, I couldn't do the stuff that I was taught. So that's a problem, and I'm not willing to rectify that. I am rectifying that if you have the spare materials. I know you're not
We
a temple of mine
have-
exactly, but
Oh, but it's close enough. Amphios and Intoma are rarely apart.
Yeah.
We have powdered silver and a couple vials of holy water, but for that much incense, you're better off going to Thavma's temple. We only have about 100 gold worth that we could sell you here.
well, I'll still take it if you're willing to give it.
Of course.
So I'll write that down.
And he'll glance at Venti and Acles too in a silent question of, do you two need something too?
We're also here, or I'm also here for incense.
Yeah. Oh, great, cool. Yeah.
Just kind of blink. I'm gonna go over here, and I walk towards Intomo's shrine.
Okay.
Seeing as, what I needed isn't here, I'm just gonna wave to Jason and Hickley, be like, I'm gonna go elsewhere for now. I'll meet you guys back up. Did we have a meeting spot we were gonna all meet back up at after today?
With
When we were done?
Tavern?
Probably the tavern, because we are, I think, planning to spend the night here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just say I'll meet you guys back up at the tavern.
Okay, that works out.
Okay,
And
so the
any incense that I get,
child wander away
obviously,
alone.
we can share between us. I am, yeah. I know you might need some
Since-
materials.
Since it's also, I'll be using some too. I don't mind paying you back some of whatever you get.
Okay, I will let you know then.
Actually, while I'm here, because you'll be paying for it, let me just give you some money for it to help pay for it.
How much are you giving me?
I'm gonna. I only need 250 worth, so
Okay.
I'm gonna give her 250 gold.
Sounds good. I'll put that off to the side.
Let me. Oh god, I'm gonna have to. Okay, what is. Calculator.
Our calculators.
But it's not just incense. If you have any, oils or herbs, I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of stuff here, but if you don't have any to spare, I understand.
How much did I tell you could sell you? 100, 200?
100 for incense, yeah.
100. That's all. And most of the rest of what we have is preserved for service, and the rest of it's for emergency.
Understood.
We don't get huge shipments of things, but Thavma's temple, that they get the majority of the goods.
That's kind of lame.
Damn.
I'm just over at Intomo's shrine, listening.
There's a couple bugs crawling over the shrine.
I'm gonna reach up to Nokairis and see if they'd like to go down and chill
I'm
with
gonna
their.
make you roll because they are the most energetic you've seen them since you found them, as they scurry down your hand and make
so
themselves at home in the little offering bowl that a couple of the other critters have settled into.
So you're excited now, but every time I want to hang out with you, you just ignore me. Man,
That's about right.
it's like I have a cat. Well,
Kinda.
and I'm gonna leave just a little bit of the spider web that I had collected before on the altar.
Well, if he doesn't have, well, I guess just in case I ever need to get in contact or we're back in town, do you mind giving me your name?
Sure. My name's. Where's your last name? I know your first name. Where's your last name?
Who are
My
my
name's
parents?
Tinon Ing.
Oh,
Sorry.
yes, thank you. You should just type it down. Oh, Tinon. Okay, it's
Tinon Ing. He is human-looking man.
okay. Well, it was a pleasure to meet you. I'm Cherish if you ever see me around. I am absolutely happy to help where I can, but we won't be in town
He
for very
smiles a
long.
bit at the name, being a positive virtue. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
You seem to have lost someone.
And I will...
Welcome back.
Oh, don't die now. I'm going to... I assume there is like a shrine or something where offerings are being placed for Ampios, right?
yes. Ampios has. It's more like a water fountain at the center of all the plants and walkways than anything, and you see like coins shining at the bottom. Like it's like a wishing well, but for offerings.
Oh, well, that's fun. I'm going to toss 2 platinum pieces in there.
I'm going
Roll me a
to also go
religion
over
check.
there and surely I have a plant. How have I never
You have several dried plants in your components pouch because you said before that you collect to refill your stuff.
That is
Nothing
true.
happened, Cherish.
Okay.
I will leave a dried flower in the pond.
Wonderful. Roll a religion check.
I think this is how it works.
And just because I'm near Antomos as well, I'm going to give another 2 platinum, but on Antomos shrine.
The Nokaris had crawled back into your hand and up to your horns, Acles, but the other bugs seem to like curl around the coin
Oh,
and it vanishes.
oh.
Nothing happens.
Well, I'm
Nicholas.
glad you. It's well done. You know.
I don't expect anything.
Are you guys going right to Thalma's temple or trying a different, smaller one?
We were told to go to Thalma. Do we know what
What is
Thalma's the
Thalma?
god? Yeah, what is that the god of or goddess?
Would you like to ask a priest?
Yeah, you
Yes.
know what? Actually, Tinon, it feels weird
What
with
is
a cleric
Thalma?
to have to ask, but I specialized with Entomo. You know, what is
Mhm.
Thalma the god of, deity of?
Thalma is the goddess of miracles.
Oh,
She's the child of Norik and Genesi.
okay then.
Miracles.
I take it you're not a big believer in those.
No.
Hmm.
No offense.
Oh, none taken. I follow Ampios, not Thalma. Maybe don't say that in front of them though.
I won't, probably.
Yeah.
Unless
Saffron
someone
might have
asks.
a small heart attack.
We're trying to buy items from them, Akeley, so maybe if you have that opinion, keep it to yourself until after we get what we need. That may be mean,
I
but...
don't see a point to bring it up unless they ask.
Okay, good.
Cool. Well, Thavma's temple is much more closed up, like a proper temple. But there's a
Boring.
bunch of stained glass to the point that the sunlight reflecting in is leaving colors on every surface in here.
Oh, pretty.
And there's another water fountain set at the center. You can kind of get with the theme of all these offering places are probably the same because wishing well, granting miracles, it's the same vein.
Hmm.
Uh,
Well, I am about to
Weird.
clean out potentially your temple of things. So I'm going to I'm just gonna put, I don't know this deity as much, so I'm just gonna put 4 silver pieces in. There's clearly some favoritism. It's okay.
That's okay. Everyone has favorites, especially among the gods. But you actually don't have to look around for anyone. A human wanders over to you first and looks to be in the fancier robes of this temple. And hi,
Hi.
how can I help you today?
I actually have a large list of things that I would like to hopefully purchase from you to assist
Oh,
I'm
wonderful.
an adventurer, so would like to be more prepared while on the road
So
with
is he.
things.
And then he took an arrow to the knee.
I don't know their
How could he
gender.
bring up his trauma like this?
And how dare you misgender them potentially?
Brooke said it was a he.
Brooke said human.
I said woman.
No,
I said human
Did
woman.
you?
No, I didn't hear the
heard you.
woman part. There's a
woman.
human male was in the other
I didn't
temple.
only not hear the woman part. I heard male.
The guy was the last temple.
Yeah.
You just hear what you want to hear.
Damn.
I see how it is.
It's fine. It's Pride Month.
But oh, wonderful! We just got a shipment, and I would love to sell some things to a fellow cleric.
Absolutely. So if you have just any extra, some bones or incense, however much you can almost offer, basically, or how much of it you have almost. Depends. If you have, like, 7,000 gold pieces worth, I probably wouldn't do that much.
She was opening her mouth to say something, and then you say that, and she closes her mouth.
Yeah. Maybe I'll be more specific. About,
Specificities are great.
let's do, if you have like 1,500 gold pieces worth of incense.
Easily done. And I'll even give you a discount if you. And she shuffles around, and Throw, you're gonna love this, pulls out a small stack of pamphlets. If you hand these out at whatever town you go to next. Oh, not
No.
150 gold off.
makes a face.
How dare you compete with my pamphlet business? I'm gonna burn your
They're
temple.
very nice pamphlets too.
Hey, so are mine. I paid a professional for these things.
You did. This is the richest temple in town. In the palace, in like the main kingdom of this main city of this kingdom, they got money to pay more.
I'm gonna tell that man that the DM is hating on his skills.
Yeah.
That's a requirement in order for me to get this from you?
No. I'll give you 150 gold off if you do this.
With all respect, I don't feel comfortable doing that.
I reach for the pamphlets.
Oh, are you buying things as well?
No, I'll do it for her.
Thank you, Iglis.
Wonderful.
Okay, then. Do that, and then just for DM's sake, if there is 50 gold pieces worth of bones they can spare, which
No.
seems weird. Okay.
Would you have known that you needed that and would have asked the man going to the city that follows the god of the dead?
Oh.
For help?
Probably should have done that. Yeah, because I was going on a shopping spree. If I didn't think there was going to be an option for that here, I would have asked if Kether was willing to find.
Well, he's getting me seawater, so I'd assume he'd be willing.
I will hand you 50 gold pieces. I need bones.
Cool. Anything else for this temple?
Any particular type, or are you paying me to go collect bones from peasants in the street?
Why are you collecting them from the peasants? They do need to be specially marked bones. Usually, I don't.
What does that mean?
They're for basically divination purposes. The clerics will understand, okay? If you tell them that that's what it's for. They just trust me.
Anything else for this temple, though?
Yes, if they have like up to 4 vials of holy water.
We have more than that, so yes, we have.
Perfect.
We can sell you 4.
And How much powdered silver am I going to really need? Just 100 gold pieces worth of powdered silver.
Easily enough.
Okay, and I think that's it.
I did it. I figured out how to do it. I split you guys up. It's a new place to do it.
Oh,
But wonderful. It was pleasure doing business. And she looks at Acles and thank you so much for doing that.
I give like a smile that's more like a grimace. No problem.
Great. Well, it was nice meeting you.
it was nice meeting you as well. I do deeply appreciate all of this.
Oh, of
Were you
course.
asking for our names, or was that
Yes.
just a nice meeting you?
Oh,
I was asking for your names.
Cherish is mine.
Please.
No.
Well, my
Oh.
name's Saffron Morningcaller.
Whoa. Saffron.
Sappho Morning Color. That's a complicated name.
Oh, collar, not like. For some reason, I was like collar with the A.
Oh wait, no, it is caller with the
Oh.
A. I mistyped.
I'm glad it's not like the thing you put around a dog's neck.
Yeah. But with that, Carl, what the fuck?
What did he do?
Oh,
Nothing.
I'm dragging you guys over here to see it.
No, wait, no.
oh, hold on. No, stream needs to see that.
What? Wait, I can't see
Live
shit.
on an eternity.
It's completely white.
There you go, stream. There you go. Be disappointed.
I'm having to pull up the stream to see what the fuck y'all are talking
This
about.
person right there. His
Yeah,
nice little
yeah.
arrow line pointing of who did that.
Oh, beautiful.
Hold on. Oh,
No
yeah,
shame.
no,
This isn't gonna stop
my
me from
screen is
doing
like
anything.
completely white. I'm gonna
Uh-oh.
reload.
That's
You're gonna have
okay.
to, yeah, you're gonna have to reload. But Thurl, what are you getting up to?
First, I want to see if the boat that brought us here is in town.
Oh no, they're
I
well
know-
gone.
Well, I know they were leaving, but it's been a couple of weeks. So I'm just curious if they stopped back through or something.
They haven't.
All right, it's just worth checking. Then I guess I'll head to the temple to go see about
Bones.
Cherish's bone needs.
Mm-hmm. EA is there again. She's the head priestess that you guys talked to last time. And she offers you a smile and, well, I didn't think you would be back in town yet. Good to see you're alive.
So far,
Wow.
Can I help you with anything?
Confidence.
reaches around and pulls out a sack of the gold Cherish gave him. One of my friends sent me to order some bones.
Carved or blank?
Carved, I believe. They're doing them for some sort of divination magic, I believe they said.
Wonderful. And she turns her head and says, Dia, could you run down to the cellar? And she nods and calls back, marked or unmarked? Marked, please. 50 gold worth. And takes the money. She'll be back with a sack of bones for you soon.
Cool.
Couple minutes go by, and with a young elven woman that had been sent down, and she comes running back up and hands you a sack of bones, mostly rib bones, but there's a couple vertebrae in there too.
Mostly what bones?
Rib.
Rib and vertebrae. Lovely.
Cool. We'll put those in the bag of holding for later.
We'll use them for purposes.
Purposes.
I'm
And
not the one that wanted them.
But EA hangs around, like, and anything else?
I don't believe so. Thank you for the help.
Glad to be of help. Stay safe. And she turns and goes to talk to the next person. And
Can I store loose water in a bag of holding?
I don't know if that's a
you
good idea.
can, but you would have to tip it out to retrieve it, which would tip out everything else in the bag of holding
I
too.
could, well, no, I could just retrieve it one handful at a time.
Yeah, you could.
Eclipse, you want to spend 3 hours moving the water out of my bag one hand at a time?
I was gonna say I don't think I can control what. Could I control water out of there?
You have to be able to see it.
Yeah. Huh. What if I see it with my mind's eye?
You can move the mind's eye version of the water.
Oh, okay.
I'll grab it last. I wanna. Is there a shop in town that I can buy like a large like flower vase or something?
You absolutely could at the Busty Crow.
Just so I'm.
The what?
The
Busted-
largest
The Busty
like,
Crow.
Yeah, okay, we heard that.
the
right?
largest like tub thing that they have that I could carry.
They have like a couple open-ended things, but they also have just a really big jar that it's mostly for alcohol purposes, but there's just a really big jar with a lid
Calm down.
for like 2 silver.
Would that be enough water for what Acles is
Oh,
asking for?
absolutely. When I say it's like a really big jar,
I will buy it then.
wonderful,
And I
2
will
silver.
fill it up and then put really big jar in my bag.
A really big jar.
And now you have really big jar.
Awesome.
Put really big jar of seawater in my bag of holding.
I still have 5,000 platinum, guys. This didn't make a dent. I've spent like a 5,000 gold today.
Well, I've spent 2 silver. I went here
2
expecting to be paid
silver.
for a sword, and I haven't spent any money.
I spent
You
like
gave up a
200
legendary
gold,
item, man.
and
You paid
Well, yeah, but the dragon sword's better than the legendary item.
Oh shit, I completely forgot.
against
I
dragons.
spent 10.5 gold.
Well, it has its value against dragons is better, yes. But they're both +1 swords. Except one has a situational use of better against dragons, and one has a +2 AC bonus to it. And I don't need the AC bonus. I've got a 23 AC
Yeah, why do you think I was so happy to give it the
Oh,
fuck
sorry.
away?
Yeah, so I'm like, I don't really need that AC bonus. So the dragon sword in its situational uses is actually more valuable to me. Even if it's a less, it's if it's considered expensive. I want to sell my breastplate because no one ever took it off of me, so I don't need it.
Cool. How much is breastplate?
Why would we take it off of you?
Well, it's some.
Well, he
I
asked for
offered
his
I
it.
breastplate.
have a
No.
breastplate, but I don't know if I bought one already or if you did give it to me.
Well, because I marked off the shield and the other stuff I gave away.
Yeah,
to
so then
people,
I might have already
you
had
can
a
get 200
breastplate.
gold for it.
Good enough. And then I take Triss on a date because we're not gonna be back to the afternoon.
Okay. How about you guys? What are you guys doing for the rest of the day?
There was.
Anywhere else you want to go?
So I know that there's like multiple taverns in this town, right? Just
Mhm.
making sure. I know
Yes.
one of them. People were told to like not serving, but are there any others that I could still be served alcohol
Yes, at the Fiery Mandolin. No one has been warned.
I'm going there
Wonderful.
and trying to get a drink. Nothing like I'm not like chugging things down, but just like a nice drink,
Right.
Like, end of the
Do you
day.
want the specialty?
Yes.
Have I had that
Cool.
specialty drink yet?
You have.
I'm
There's a
scared.
dwarvish man
I collect
at
them.
the counter. Yeah, you do. Who happily for 2 gold serves you. It's in a candied pomelo rind,
Oh yes.
and it is a strong beverage, and I can't remember the effect for it. I didn't write it down because I came up with that on the spot. Fuck. Was there an effect to it?
Yes.
Do you remember what it was?
No, I just remember it's because every drink has had an effect. I do remember that much.
You know what? Today's batch is different. Roll me a constitution save as you drink. It's a very strong alcoholic beverage with hints of yuzu and saffron. And
Ooh,
the rind is edible since it's candied.
you said a constitution save?
Yes.
Okay.
Or you could fail.
They
I failed
did.
anyways.
It's a very sweet drink with the hit of tartness at the back. But after you finish, like, do you eat the pomelo rind too?
Do I?
It's
Wait, what
candied,
is it?
so it's like
yes,
sugar coated.
Yes.
And
Yes.
yeah, after you finish the last bite of the pomelo rind, spice hits you out of nowhere, but it's not unpleasant. It mixes with the sweet and the tartness perfectly, and as you give a little bit of a cough, sparks pop out of your mouth. And for the next 3 minutes, every time you talk or exhale, there are little colorful rainbow sparks.
I start breathing out. Kidding, no, I don't.
You
Oh, I
fucking
didn't listen to
die. You pass the fuck
It's
out.
gay.
Sorry.
But yeah, that's that drink. Anything else that you're buying from the tavern?
What other drinks do they have?
Oh, your usual,
special
like your ale and wine, all that.
Apple cider?
Roll me a D100. No.
Aw. Anything else? Apple flavored? Apple moonshine?
No apple stuff, but there is quite a bit of like yuzu or orange or lemon or a mix of the citrus. It's a very citrusy
Ow.
place.
I'll have some of the yuzu.
All right. There's yuzu whiskey, which is an odd mix-up, but it's very pleasant.
You know what, I'll try it.
For
Goddamn you.
I call you Costius.
Oh, and how
Silver,
much?
I
I
guess.
forgot. Okay, I forgot to subtract the original amount. How much was the specialty?
2 gold.
Okay, 2 gold. Jesus. Okay, that
Yep.
is
It is special.
subtracted.
They
Right.
give you gay sparks.
You're
Yeah,
on
and then how
someone's
much-
payroll now.
How much is the
A
whiskey?
silver for the whiskey.
Okay. Subtracted. All right.
Cherish, Akeley, what you guys getting up to after Thalma?
I am being talked to it.
Okay.
I'm quoting.
What's there in town for me to do? Probably a
Are
lot.
you asking me?
Yeah.
Well, there's 5 temples, a smithy, a library, a leather worker, a jeweler, 2 inns, an herbalist. You've heard griffins in the background somewhere, so you know there's a griffin rider den somewhere. A carpenter, a
want-
brewery, and an alchemist.
Griffin.
Wonderful. It's this weird shaped thing over here. I'm on the GM layer. By the fountain. On the other side of town.
That is.
Yes, that is the Griffin Rider's Den. And you can see as you're... Are you going with them, Cherish?
Probably not. I have the last few errands I need to run.
Well, what's your errand? Because it might
Okay.
be on the way there.
That's fair. I forgot the one item actually. It's another 500 gold pieces, but it's called a reliquary, which is basically just a religious item usually used by like Sades.
They have it.
It's okay, cool, thank you. 500 gold pieces. I will subtract another one of that. I also want
Okay.
to just get a healer's kit and 2 thieves' tools from wherever I can.
Oh.
If I can.
Why 2 thieves tools?
In case one breaks.
In case one breaks.
We're not proficient. Well, I'm not proficient. Maybe somebody in
I
our
don't think
group
anyone
is.
is. You
Yeah.
can definitely pick that up on the way.
Okay,
I don't have
cool.
a specific general store, but there is one here that you can pick up on the way. So if after you buy that you would like to go to the Griffin Den, you can.
They're in the chip bag thing. The box that we put the chips in.
Yeah.
But okay, sounds good.
I have a chip box.
Cool.
Yeah, don't
Yeah,
ask.
that's where I am. Did I have a name for one of you? Or are they all nameless? Am I coming up on the spot? No. Okay. Oh my god, why are they all humans?
Why not?
Sometimes it happens.
Okay. Oh, because they're
Welcome to my
okay.
world building where you guys are in a place where I can never use anything except humans.
So you can see out of each of these like main big points, there are griffins leaping out and into the air or landing and going into these points, and they're mostly open areas. In between each point is like wooden plank walls. It's like a stables in there. It's a very tall building. But there's a couple people lounging out by the fountain. They seem to have just gotten back from a ride. As you guys approach, are you going with them, Cherish?
Yes, I am.
Or is it just Aquism? Okay. It's a human and a elf sitting out by the fountain.
This is...
The human looks to be older. Oh, hello,
Amazing.
Aquis.
Oh,
Hi?
You just got shoved in the top corner.
Oh. How'd I get there?
Thurl.
Guess I probably throw.
I always get blamed for these things.
It's okay. You just because it's sometimes you.
It was you last time.
Yeah, that's true. I don't have
Well,
Ickly's sheet though, so
they don't have Aquis sheet. You're the only other person. But what are you guys doing?
I just walk up. Can I pet a griffin?
that is what you wanted to be here for. Okay.
The older human looks up with a great big old grin, like that's the best question you could have possibly asked, and why, of course you can. That's why we're so close to town, is so many people love to come out and see the griffins.
Oh.
Come on, and stands and brushes off his pants, and the elf seems like he does not want to get up, but the human looks at him and says, Zindan, if you don't get off your ass, and he's all right, I'm up.
love that.
They lead you in, and there are it's like a spiral staircase up the inner bit of this building, and there's just enough flat flooring in front of each stall that the griffin can step out and then leap from or leap onto to spiral through the center part and out. Any specific type of griffin you want to meet? Male, female, young, old, wild?
Friendly.
Wonderful. Oh,
It's mine.
okay. You don't want to meet Zendans then.
Well, yeah.
We'll, like, walk you up the spiral and introduce you to each griffin by name, calls over the griffins, and a couple of the griffins have their handlers in there with them who seem less than thrilled that this human is giving a tour at the moment, because some of them were like cleaning through the feathers or cleaning up their talons or just trying to bond, and here comes the bubbly human who all the griffins seem to love, and here, just come here. Buttercup, come here. That's not her. Buttercup, come here. And
My God, it's like Adwin.
Very young Griffin walks up to the stall door,
Baby.
I wanna pet. I wanna stick my
happily.
hand into the smell.
You don't eat, like, you stick your hand in the smell, and she butts her head against the palm of your hand, like rub.
Oh, like a cat.
Yes.
Weekly is this normal kind of stoic demeanor's gone completely.
That's
Just
all I have a problem.
Eccles likes griffins, noted. Sam also really likes this.
And if you do, like, give them a little bit of scritches, there's a little bit of a purr. 'Cause it is part cat.
came across the Griffin Rider once
Just-
when I was
Just a
younger,
giant. Oh my god.
and
Sorry,
I've
go.
always wanted to ride on one.
I think this
Oh,
one's
yeah?
a
What
bit
kind I
young.
have.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, she's
Wow.
too young for a ride.
Obviously. I'm trying to share and be nice, but I couldn't stop if you
No.
are
Noted.
going to
Griffins
continue
are
on
just
questions.
I'm sorry.
giant fucking cats.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, please do continue.
You remember what kind of crest they have?
What?
The Griffin Rider you met. You're speaking out loud. I'm right here.
Oh. It was a long time ago.
Understandable. Just wonder if I knew him.
Oh, I don't. They were a bounty hunter, so I don't know if they necessarily how they got their griffin.
I see. They probably got it up in Grigand.
I shrug.
Yeah.
All I remember is it was so cool.
Yeah, they are sweethearts and not at all always the formidable enemies that everyone thinks they are. I could show you, we have an elder Griffin. He's getting up there in years. No one takes him out for rides anymore, but he is real cuddly and he is real
Just
big.
like in real life.
What?
Oh,
I
consider explain that joke.
When they get old, no one wants to take them on rides anymore.
Oh.
they're all you need help.
Leave the griffins
Yes.
alone.
These are griffins. Yeah, leave these precious creatures alone.
Jokes about other people, not old people. Leave them alone.
Leave the
Yeah.
old people alone.
They've already suffered.
I make jokes about Sam all the time. What are you talking about?
Leave
Anyhow,
Sam alone.
Thank you.
Oh, in that
But
case, your
if you'd like to
autobiography
meet
would be a
Jeden-
comedy.
he loves people. He loves cuddling with people, and he's real big. He's like a big pillow.
I want to meet him.
Well, let's go. And he leads you a little bit further up the spiral. They tried to keep the younger ones and the old ones down low on the spiral, so if they do leave, they don't gotta jump far. But he is, like, his feathers getting a little bit grayed out, as well as his fur. And he is a big griffin. There's already one person in there taking a nap on him.
Aw.
But the human just clears his throat and says, aren't you supposed to be cleaning up your griffin? And they startle awake and, yes, sir, sorry, sir, and rush out.
Aw.
What was that?
And all.
Oh,
Big cat let take nap on. But you can
Exactly.
go on in if you want.
I'll walk in slowly.
I will.
I doubt I'll
watch.
startle him, but
He
he-
barely lifts his head. He is judging you, but he's still chill.
I'm gonna walk up next.
I'm so sorry. Ignore that.
Why'd you raise your hand?
I was testing a feature. I didn't know it was gonna work or not. You can do /raise hand and it will ping everyone, I guess. I'm so
I'm
sorry.
gonna walk up next to him and then kind of
See
like
that.
kneel.
He lifts a wing up for you.
Oh. Sit down and kind of just pet. Oh. You are a little old, man, but that's okay.
That's okay. No one's judging.
It's okay to be old.
Yeah, where the little one purred and it was very quiet, his are like full body rumbles of purrs.
No, it seems old enough. I'll is it okay for look at the guy who's been giving us a tour? Is it okay if multiple people are in with them? They won't get
Oh
crazy or
yeah,
anything?
for sure.
Okay. I'll
He quite likes the attention.
I'm usually not big on other animals, but that's just because I don't have much exposure to them.
Well, that's why we keep our older animals around, actually, so people can get exposure with griffins at the very least. They're more gentle than the prime age ones.
That makes sense. Make sure that Emily and Slick are both away from the griffin in case it decides to think they're snacks.
The human will offer to hold on to them.
Please do. And
That's amazing.
Cherish will, nervously stand closer to Akeley's than the griffin.
I reach my hand out and wave over. Come on. If he likes me, he'll like you.
Well, I don't know about that. But
Trust me. Most animals don't like me, except for... Well, I guess my snakes don't dislike me,
yeah,
for the most part.
I don't think the spider doesn't either. She's just
not
a side
animals.
eye. Not necessarily, but
Are different.
You can't see the spider's eyes, but you feel the side eye.
Yeah, I felt it, so I Cherish stopped. But I think I'll kneel a little closer, reach out my hand, see if it'll let me pet it.
It will easily lean its head into, or are you patting its head or just its leg or something?
Probably going to try to touch its beak a little bit, and then on the side of its head if I can. Got it by
Well, if you reach for the beak, he very gently turns his head away, and
yeah.
the human speaks up with, usually that's reserved for, their riders.
That makes sense.
Yeah. It's lucky you tried that on Jetton and not one of the younger ones. They would have absolutely taken a snap.
Well, that's a good thing that I'm trying it here then. Yes, absolutely. I'll just instead reach out, try to pet the side of the head.
He'll lean his head into your hesitant pet's yes, this is allowed. This is good.
Cherish definitely looks uncomfortable, but is getting more comfortable realizing that, it's not that bad.
I think
And
if I
I'll-
ever retire, I'd like to have a griffin.
And I don't think you have to retire. You could have one with us now.
Yeah, but such a big creature often gets targeted.
Hmm.
Could pull the carts. I'm not there.
Do more than pull the carts. Just fly us, please.
Plus, I'd feel bad.
That's fair. These creatures probably like to be free and fly around more than be tied down to a large group like ours.
Kind of
Are you
just
guys
lean
just gonna-
in to
Oh,
lay down.
so I take it you're staying a while.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Of course it is.
I'll take my animals back and sit sort of near Akeley's, but I still don't trust this old man to try to bite him. take a bite out of my pets. I prefer
enough.
the smaller one still, or Cherish does. Sam wants to be more active. It wants to go riding with these griffins, but Cherish
I
doesn't.
gave you a griffin once.
Yeah, it was a baby. I saw it once. Everything went to shit.
Well, technically, the monarch could have still kept it. But
Yeah.
as it gets later into the day, because it was a half day's travel to get to the kingdom, and then all this is happening, it's getting kind of late. Thurl, are you doing anything after your date?
No, head back to join everybody. Unless there's anything Triss wants
Cool.
to get done, I will help her with that.
No, but you do appear in the mage's study at their summoning, not summoning circle, at their teleportation circle, and waiting for you is Egerton with a familiar map box and a few
Thank you.
papers. He's going to burn them in front of you.
Oh boy.
We made copies of the map and the letters. It was hard to translate the letters because it was all scribbled out, but here are your copies, and he'll
At
offer
least
you
the
the box. of
translated
papers.
copies.
Yes,
For question.
it is a good question, valid question. And I would like to let you know that the map in here, when you speak the words,
I solemnly swear I'm up to no good.
I wanted to do that, but no, it's not that. What is that?
Mischief managed.
I wrote it down. Coin can buy all, and like as he says it, there's a little bit of a shimmery sound from in the box. It will reveal or hide the map. And the leftmost inkwell is the ink that you can assign the magic word to disappear or reappear. There's not much left of that. The other two inkwells are just normal ink.
I get regular ink. Yeah.
Sounds good. Thank you for it. I assume you guys looked at the locations and marked them down somewhere.
Yes, we made.
Any
copies.
nearby?
Yes, there was one in Grimrest.
Rook.
That's the town you just came from. That's where you came from.
Yeah.
Yes, the town that was abandoned.
No,
Wasn't Grim? Wasn't
that's
it?
the mining town.
Oh.
You guys never went into the town. You were just outside the town.
Oh, I thought we went through it.
No.
Alright.
But thank you for this information. We will do our best to do what we can with it. Good day. Please get out of my study.
How have you been sleeping?
Okay.
What?
How have you been sleeping?
Are you asking or are you inciting?
I'm asking.
About as well
And then
as a
I'm gonna
mage can ever
incite
sleep.
his answer.
Yo, I'll be right there. About as well as a mage can ever sleep. I will be back. You guys are going to meet up at a tavern.
Did I buy a
point?
griffin?
Which
I wasn't
tavern?
done messing with him
Are you
yet.
asking? Oh, okay. Continue.
Oh.
I'm just gonna have a conversation with Cherish, like weighing the pros and cons for the griffin.
Oh, absolutely. I'll encourage you to get the griffin, because it looks cool. And I mean, any sort of beasts of burden or creatures like this that I am used to are. I mean, they're not this. They're cool. They seem friendly, potentially, if you can train it right. It's just a little.
I don't allow myself very many things. It would be nice to have
Thorough, you believe
something I
that man
wanted as a
wholeheartedly.
child.
And yeah, I think you should if there's any that are. I mean, I guess for sale. I don't see why not.
Are you asking the dude?
Yes.
Here, they're probably gonna upcharge you a lot, but if you go to Grigand, they have them they're a dime a dozen up there. It'll probably only run you about. How much is a griffin?
Good
I
question.
priced it as a rare magical item.
There's a
Oh, so what,
price.
5,000?
Isn't there a price for a griffin?
But I don't think so. I couldn't
Is it
find a
5,000?
consistent one.
Even if we work us for the crown.
Yeah, probably see 5,000 for a trained adult griffin.
Yeah, that's fair.
What if I want a baby?
Baby would probably be about 2,000, but they are rambunctious, and if you don't know how to train a griffin, then it is going to be several years of a mess.
Like,
You
this
could
is
probably
kinda
get
held up.
You could probably get a young one, not a baby, but a young one that's starting its training. That probably wouldn't be too bad. About 4,000.
I mean, price for a childhood one? That seems more than worth it. Heck, I'd even be
No,
willing
I'm
to
gonna
help.
go eat dinner. You guys can go meet up if you want.
Okay.
I'm gonna buy a baby.
Those 4,000 books.
Maybe.
Well, not from here.
Yeah, I know. Griffin.
While Brooke's eating, I think I'm also just gonna go and eat.
Alright, that sounds good.
What are you eating?
You'll
Well.
put us on our BRB screen. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have gone over here. Whoops, wrong one.
Any possible evidence?
Don't look at stream.
You're not there, so you don't get to ask. But
Why am I? Wait a second.
It's okay. I fixed
the man
it.
would introduce himself as Stror Freemorn.
Fucking.
Storm,
Are you
Storm
okay? Bless you?
Freemorn.
You cannot have uppies.
Storm Freemorn. Storm?
You recognize that last name, or
Morgan
at least
Freeman.
Eccles does. I don't think you were there, Cherish. The man who was working in the herbalist shop was Unin,
Oh.
who was just a younger human.
Oh. So your son works at the herbalist and you're here? Or nephew? Or
He's my nephew.
a good lad.
Very good lad. Little weird sometimes, but so was his
Damn.
father. But as for donations, we do take donations, yes.
Good. I'm gonna give him
Ask me a
200
question
gold.
about the bodies, just in case.
How much gold?
200.
Oh wow. He's got that look of oh wow on his face, like, oh well. Thank you.
And I want more people to spend time with him. I don't remember if I got his name. I'll point at the old griffin.
Jetting.
Chatting.
Literally like
Looks like a
jetting.
Greg to me.
He gets plenty of visitors. Pretty much any time any of the younger riders have downtime, even some of the older riders, they come down here and spend time. And there's some regulars from town who he's like a big therapy animal for some folk.
I want a therapy griffin. That sounds amazing.
Well, Jetton's
Well,
not for
yeah.
sale.
Well, Cherish would want him, right? Cherish is like Sam wants him. Sam doesn't have the money to pay for a griffin.
Oh, it's you
Yes, I
have
do.
you have the money. You have 5,000 platinum. It's 5,000
Cherish
gold.
does, but Sam doesn't.
Oh, yeah. I picked the campaign that you don't like griffins in to give you ready access to griffins.
Yeah, it's not
you
Cherish
happy?
doesn't like them. They're too big, you know? She prefers smaller animals, like bugs. They're more manageable.
Anywho, are you guys heading
I
right
see
to
you.
the Venomous Seal Inn?
Yes.
I assume.
I think there's no more
Cool.
left that I'm gonna
Venti's
do.
also going to show up.
I'm
little
just
bit drunk,
instantly
but-
on hands, just
Okay.
Just immediately.
drunk away.
I don't think
Drunk.
she was drunk.
Well, she had a specialty drink and then was drinking whiskey on top of that. So. Specialty whiskey too. Not super specialty. But you're here. Now at the Venomous Seal Inn, Ira's more than happy to see you again. Is very happy you're alive, so she doesn't have to deal with a upset Liana.
Ask about the water.
I pull out a very large container. I hand it over to you, and it is filled to the brim with seawater.
Kind of heavy.
Perfect.
Impressive.
This is a very nice face.
I then gingerly pull out a bag and just hand it over to you without discussing details.
Thank you.
They're a little wet.
You don't need to hand this to me like it's a drug. They're just bones.
Drug?
No.
Ira's head pops back up over the counter.
I'm gonna like pull out one of the bones of the carved got it. Just bones. Nothing.
Huh. I prefer drugs.
Okay, I'm gonna put these back. Cherish is like probably make sure there's not everything out on the table, but is definitely trying to like organize things. Probably has some like a religious textbook open, trying to remember certain spells. He's trying to make sure she has everything.
What was the name of the town we need to go for griffins?
Grigand.
We need to go to Grigand.
You get a baby griffin for 4,000 gold. It is now a new
Well,
mission.
baby's 3,000. Young, slightly trained is 4,000.
Okay, baby is 3,000.
Why are we getting a griffin?
I want one.
Yep, and that's good enough reason, you know?
If it's on our path.
I look at you. There's snow.
Yes,
I will make the detour.
Booty, what's going on?
Oh, I kind of told them something. Um,
Uh-oh.
Oh, I bet I know what it is.
I'm scared. What do I not know? Why am I not in on this?
you're about to be. I think that's why they're yelling at you.
Okay.
But yes, Grigand was the town. I wrote it out for you so you could put it in your notes.
I spelt it, and then I looked at how you spelt it, and I was like, oh.
Oh,
hold
yeah,
on.
same.
Backspace.
Sorry.
You don't
You
have
just
to
spell things right the
apologize.
first time. You don't have to fix them later.
Oh, yeah, right. Like,
This
you spelled
fits.
things right. D&D names are wild.
Yeah, I did not expect it to be spelled like
I
that.
have never once seen a D&D character named Wild Sam, so I think you're wrong.
I have a backup character named Wild for a campaign that ended, so it's not important anymore. But yeah. I love Pixel art. You guys, Ira is glancing up at you guys, still there, like, can I get you food, drink? I don't have drugs, if that's what you want. We don't sell those.
Any
We don't
salad?
want them anyway.
Yes, we have salad.
Salad.
What kind of salad do you like? Do you just want a side salad or like a meal salad?
Meal salad, no meat, please. Of any kind.
Wonderful. 2 copper.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. The rest of you?
How did I do this?
Probably, I've been spending a lot today. And somehow I still am fine with spending more. What could I get with 1 platinum piece?
Like in one meal or a couple things together or
Just 1 meal. If I overpay, it's fine.
okay. Hold on, I'm pulling out my table.
Okay.
You should get some bread. It's good.
I don't mind bread. I will definitely include bread in this. And then
I hope you don't mind bread considering how often we eat it.
Welcome back.
Actually,
We're
it's-
just getting to dinner orders. We just got back.
I'm getting bread.
Hey, oh,
Not.
One platinum
Ah,
bread.
Damn it.
right here in public?
Daryl.
Okay. What I miss? What
You
I
know,
miss?
not.
Oh, nothing. Your buzz got taken away by Thurl again.
Oh, you found me.
Yeah.
Well,
came
you
to
guys
me.
did have to meet up
No.
at some point.
Yeah.
Are you not meeting up with the rest of the party?
I mean, what time is it?
It's the end of the day.
It's getting
Late.
dinner into the daytime.
I mean, I was gonna stop by the bathhouse really quick to wash up one more time before we left, but
You'll eventually see
I mean, you could
Heather.
have done that.
Yeah, I was about to say, we had time to visit the Griffins, so
Yeah.
you probably had enough time to bathe.
okay.
Now, I know that there is a table in here.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know. Apparently,
Then
since we
I'll-
read on it.
I'm not.
Then I'll
And I
go back to the
know.
tavern after the bathhouse with hopefully most
Alright.
of the drunkenness.
It's a
or whatever
good
is, like-
thing that we're
I'm just slightly more sober.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, real mature. That's why I have so many warnings on my stream.
Yeah, but the rest of you is what you eating while I'm finding this table.
I guess a soup of some kind.
Alive.
2 copper.
Here,
Soup,
you
soup,
know what?
and-
I'll make things easier for you, Brooke. Just any bread. If there's just some.
No, I have a really fun table.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna make you roll on it. I just have to find out what the dice is.
Okay, never mind.
I have
Understood,
a whole
DM.
book of fun tables.
But you know, while we're all here,
I have one of those too.
I have
I just like the tables.
Really? Oh, there's the gem table. Great. I really like the tables.
while we're all here, I can ask you. I could ask you guys. For tomorrow, I'm going to talk to Intomo, and if I could only be answered yes or no, potentially an unclear if Intomo doesn't know. But questions that I was thinking of asking are, do you know how to reach Biter and Zanami? Also going to be asking if my dad's okay because it's a personal question and I really can't think of a third question that will help us or get a good answer.
Roll a D100.
Okay. So I was just going to ask if Biter and Zanami
Can I
are
also
dying.
get some bread?
Sure, I'm buying a D100. I'm giving. Ah.
I'll buy myself some bread.
Buy 5,000
Whatever you find
platinum
stock.
worth of bread.
I don't think they have
2
enough.
copper. You get roasted elk in garlic sauce
Ooh.
And bread.
with
know-
like a couple noodles twirled. You can see it was attempted to like do the fancy little twirl of noodle pile. Attempt being the operative word. It still looks okay.
Thank you. I could. And just a water for the drink.
Waters. Yeah.
But what sort of bread do I get?
No, she was rolling because she wanted something random for a platinum piece worth. If you want something random, you get to roll a D100, but
That's why I want some bread to go for my soup. It's whatever bread they
it's
have.
not bread. It's just random.
That's a rolling on a meal table for a random meal,
Oh,
not
fine.
just bread.
You know what? Random meal me up.
Roll a D100.
And you can just.
You should make a table of bread.
Can
I
just keep
should.
ordering random meals until I get the right meal.
No, you cannot. You get crispy breadsticks filled with cheese and spices, along with. This is considered cuisine in this town. You
Where
would
is
know
this?
this.
Olive Garden?
A dehydrated centipede.
Ew!
Oh,
How dare!
And
I'm
it's like
actually I'm
A
offended.
rather big
It is
one.
Olive Garden.
What the hell?
if
there.
Kathy doesn't eat the centipede, I will.
Ew!
looks really interested in it.
Guys, well,
Does this count as meat?
Technically, no.
I guess technically, no.
I won't count bug as meat.
It's a delicacy, I suppose. It feels wrong, but you know, it's a cycle of life.
Ew! 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 Ew!
Akeley's just
Oh,
It's as
Man,
close
you did-
to jerky as you're ever gonna get, but it's got too much crunch to really be jerky.
Hmm.
Why? Oh,
This is-
why do we have to do this right
Well, now
after
that
my
Aces
food was
ate
just
my-
ate?
I was gonna
Now
say,
that Aces ate my food, can I get a different meal?
Man,
I
I
don't-
don't
You
like
still have
pork I had for
breadsticks,
dinner.
yeah.
This isn't bad.
I don't think
Okay, but
Cherish would
Euclid's
honestly
gonna
be
have my
that
breadsticks
off
too.
put by it. Definitely in, like, you know, when I was younger, I think she would say. When I was younger,
This,
Anywho,
I've tried a
This is the
few
first time.
crickets. You know?
that's what happened. This isn't
Can
the
I get
first
some
time I've
soup
had
to go
bugs.
with my breadsticks now that my main course is
Yeah, you want some of
eaten?
my
well, you
yolk?
already bought soup. That was the 2 copper.
Yeah.
The meal was another 2 copper.
It's almost like that's 4 copper. Is there something for 1 copper?
A
Anything.
piece of bread.
I'll take a side piece of bread.
Okay. Did you have an extra copper laying around?
Yes.
I could tell. But after she gets your orders and gets your food to you, she leaves you pretty much alone.
So,
Hmm.
is there a yes or no question that you guys can think of that would help us to ask a deity? Other than the ones that I presented again, I could ask are Biter and Tsunami dying, as well as if Antomo knows how to reach Biter. But I don't, well, and Tsunami, but I guess I could also ask if they are together, because there's nothing, it sounds like they're in a similar place, but I feel like maybe the confirmation
know
would be
they're together.
nice. That's what I figured. We know they're not on this plane because it's been a struggle for me to connect
Well,
with
You
them.
know that
I
they're not
asked-
in this dimension.
We asked I asked Onira about them, and she like checked up on the friend. That was
Tsunami.
before Biter was taken, but she said that there was like other people nearby. They're being kept in the same place. She also felt the goddess there too. So like everybody's in the same
Isia?
like yeah.
Okay.
So everybody's in like the same place. So just asking if they're together, we already know that they're being kept not necessarily like in the same cell or something, but we know they're being kept relatively nearby with each other.
Okay.
It's all so complicated.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think if there is a question that would help us that's yes or no related, other than, I mean, knowing how to reach, then I can further ask a question and maybe get a better answer, potentially. There's no guarantee. And I don't think, I mean, knowing if they're dying or not, there's no guarantees Intomo will know. First of all, and second of all, then it'll
It's
just
also
stress
not
us out.
useful information.
Yeah,
The
but
only thing I can think
Because
of
if they
is-
are dying, it means we're on a time crunch that we already know we're on, and we're trying to find them as quickly as possible. And if they're not dying, that could change at any time, and it doesn't at all dissuade us from the time crunch.
what were you going to say, Akles?
only questions I can think of are about the goddamn bird fuck.
Well, that's fine too. I mean, if Intomo knows, learning more about the bird that's been terrorizing us could help.
I mean, I think it'd be possibly interesting to know if we know, or if we can learn if he's from a separate reality world.
Ask him if there's a location where bugs not from this place have been spiking.
Okay.
Like, if there's a rift between dimensions and things are getting through, bugs are getting through. Because bugs always get through if there's an opening. Which means if there's a place where there's a bunch of bugs that aren't from this dimension, you'd think the god of bugs would know. And if he says yes that he knows there, then when you ask the divination or whatever, the other one that isn't yes or no, you can ask where that location is if it exists.
Technically, there is a place where creatures from a different world are getting through. That's the whole deal with the Lovesty Hunters were.
That's my point, though. Is we know that one, so we're asking him if there's other one.
Did I say, is
And
there
if
other
there are-
places? To say multiple? Or, because that way we would
I would
also
say,
learn if
yeah,
there's multiple or
probably-
not.
Yeah, probably multiple locations where it's happening. Because if there's other gates, like with the Lusty Hunters, I guarantee you there's bugs getting through those portals because, I mean, they're freaking bugs. No offense, Cherish.
That's true.
Taken.
They're
I
very resilient.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. Not everybody is.
Well, I'm not saying like I hate, but like
Hmm.
it's just if there's a way to go somewhere, bugs will get in.
Absolutely.
It's and so if those portals exist in other places, or if where, because we know the people are being kept in another dimension, if that door is being opened and closed to put them in there, or if it's some sort of portal they have constantly open or something, then there would be a spike of bugs not from this dimension coming through in that
So-
location.
The only problem with that then is the question. I can't just ask any question. It has to be concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days. So even if I do ask Intomo and, he says that, yes, knows how to reach them, we could still get there's no way to get to them now, but there still might actually be, if that makes sense. It just might be a cryptic, not now, but it's on, the next new moon or something like that. The problem.
Well, what we're asking isn't we don't need to get to them. We need to get to the location that spike of bugs is. And with wonderful Triss here, who can teleport to many different cities with...
She blinks and looks up. I know now. Now I know 3 teleportation circles.
You know 3. We have access to a queen who knows the rest, which then you can use.
The problem is, though, I don't think I can form a question about, how would I form a question about a specific goal, event, or activity within 7 days if, he says, yes, I do know how to reach them, then do I say, is there a portal within the next 7 days, you see?
Well, we don't need to know where that portal is. You're saying he knows, we're asking him if he knows where those bug spots are. So if he knows how to reach them, then that's fine. If he doesn't know how to reach them, we figure out if he knows where those bug hot spots are. And then when you can ask him for the event in 7 days, we ask him, how do we get, or where around are these locations with the bug hot spots? Because he can tell us where to go for the bug hot spots. That's an event that we can get to in 7 days, because we're not asking him about the portal. We just have to get to the location where the portal is, and then we can find the portal.
That's right, yeah, that would be considered an event. Okay, I see what you mean.
And because the queen can give us teleport sigils, and because Triss can use those teleport sigils, and because we have the queen in the north who also is working on this, and Triss can communicate with her to get her to send teleport sigils, we have access to everywhere we can get to within 7 days if we really have to. So if we just need the location of the bugs, or if he knows how to get to them, if we're just getting the location of where we would go to get to them, we're not asking him if that portal opens in 7 days or anything. We just are heading to where the door that opens from.
Yeah. As long as it is to occur, activity to occur within 7 days, so...
Well, because you said one of the other ones is gold, right?
Well, yeah, but it's all of those. It has to be a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days.
Our goal within 7 days is to get to where that thing is.
That's fair. So, yeah, I'll ask where the bugs are coming from, or I guess
Well, if he just knows how to get to them, you can just ask him how to get to them.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't know how to get to them, then we can ask the bugs thing, because then we know to investigate the location where the bugs are.
Yeah, okay. She's definitely actually writing this on parchment. I don't know if you were here when I said that Cherish has all of her stuff she's trying to organize, has her old books.
With the religion books and all that.
In any case, we also have the map. I'm gonna pull it out and show them where this has some locations where the cult is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
So if he tells us
Naked map.
if he tells us, I'll say the trigger word, by the way, but
Just say the words.
Oh.
And so if he tells us like, oh, we're asking like where the bugs are, and there's like a heavy concentration at say Starborn over there, right?
Darkland?
Darkland.
Starglen, whatever. Yes, Starglen, but there's also weirdly a concentration like on the tip down here. We're not that worried about the tip down there because that's an old portal. That's an unimportant portal. We want to head up here, right? So we can use this.
And anyone who's looking at this map can make an intelligence check or an investigation check.
Investigation.
Croissant sounds like somebody failed to say croissant.
How often can you use your thing, by the way?
Hold on. Investigation, you said? Or was it just intelligence?
Investigation.
Okay. Wow, okay. Got a +1, I was not sure that was gonna go well. But for divination, specifically, I can kind of use it as many times. It's just that,
Oh, I meant the yes/no one.
oh, the yes/no one. It's similar in that if I cast it too many times, or yeah, cast it the spell 2 or more
But
times.
how long does it take to reset that timer?
It's different for this one finishing before the next long rest. There's a cumulative 25% chance for each casting after the first that you get no answer. So as long as I sleep between each days, I think it's
Well,
okay.
yeah, because that's what I'm. Because
yeah.
no matter what, we are heading to Mondstadt first, right? We're doing this investigation and stuff, and we still need to keep it in mind. But if we're heading to Mondstadt first, we have a whole bunch of days of travel
And it
days
doesn't consume
investigating
anything.
Mondstadt
And Tomo, you're about to yes/no me all fucking day.
so we can keep going yes/no questions to like, because we could specifically ask for like the bugs. Is we have a whole lot of locations marked down now. We can ask him, is there a strange uptick of bugs at this location? Is there a strange uptick of bugs at this location? And it'll take several days, but we have several days of foot travel to Mondstadt to ask him.
I did a
Yeah.
date wrong, guys.
Oh. It's okay. You can just adjust it.
It's fine. I'll fix it between sessions. I'll just tell you what the actual date is. But for your 20 investigation,
Mhm.
you notice there are 3 different handwritings on these town names.
I had a
So
roll
there's at least
investigation
3
for that. I could tell you that just by
And-
looking at the handwriting.
Oh yeah. And I know that this says with the 20
it's
you can
important.
put together these are the first 3 letters of each month followed by the date in that month. Imagine that TOL19 is actually where did it go? Where did my list go? Where did my dates go? Cuz the year is 5656 AK.
Okay.
Where's... No, it can't be that one. Can it be this one? Where's Zeki? Imagine instead of Tortuga 19, it says the 26th of Zeki.
20.
So it'd be Zek 26 instead of Tol 19.
Okay.
But that's this next month of Zeki, because that's this year. And also, Thurl, you just barely met your thing. The date marked down for Grim Rest, that's the date that you came through.
Oh.
Allegedly.
Okay. Well, 3 different. Okay.
Are you looking at the papers too, Thurl?
Yes.
Cool, great. There's not a lot. It's all been translated, and there seems to be like several crossed out lists of materials on the original papers because you also got the originals back.
I did.
But the final list is Cyberfire, dried hanging haldia petals, a blessing from the gods, and a secret to tie you home given. And then there's more scribbled out lists, and then it says something vague about a chain made of soul might be able to tie one's soul to a dimension semi-permanently.
Are you reading this out loud?
Yes. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say. No, I was gonna say, Catherine.
Well, the papers would be on the table.
Oh, that
Also,
we
what
can.
is this
Yeah.
freaking Dog Days anime?
Well,
What?
There was a dude who traveled between dimensions, and at the end, they were like, the last episode, he goes back home, and they're like, but we can bring him back if he achieved this list of things. And it's very similar to the list of things you just said.
Oh. Um. Also, sorry, what were you saying?
I was just gonna say, I'll let you go in case there's anything else, actually.
There's some more smudge. You can see, like, on the original papers, there's a lot of smudges. And on the translation, there's only one more clear sentence before another list that says, Filmic stopped by, should handle that soon. And then there's a list of names and races consistent with map dates.
Well, the one thing I was gonna say is that, I mean, Fauna, goddess of death, was talking about wanting your soul, and it just, I don't know, the stuff here talking about chaining a soul here? I don't know if that could be related, but it just, something I wanted to throw out there. This is a lot.
Where do you guys want me to put that information?
Good question. Probably just either
Probably
in
in
handouts.
handouts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I should make a handout of that.
Okay. Well.
We've got a reason to go to Grigand.
Yeah, we do. And is where are we heading? Whoa. Hello. Where are we heading now? I guess we're heading more eastward. So it's not going to be exactly on the way if we're heading like over.
It's more like here, I think.
Okay. Is where Mondstadt is on this map?
Yeah, like I can push you back on just the east if you want to plan just for the east.
Yeah, because we know where Grigand is, just to see if it is. Because yeah, we're going from.
Oh, sorry, it was up one. So here's where Grimcrest is. You guys are just at Grimcrest. Here's Mondstadt.
Okay. Yeah, so it is definitely not on our on our path. It is very far away, but it still could be a potential. We're being assigned to go to Mondstadt. Do we want to stop by the town?
No.
Okay, so we're just gonna go straight to Mondstadt.
The only thing of interest at that location was the cave we already checked out.
There's also the town.
That's
there,
what's
but I
marked
don't
on the
know.
map is the cave, not the town itself.
So we could go.
Where we're going.
Alright, yeah.
We might have to go back to the Queen again, so we might be going Mondstadt there, and then we can head.
Why are we
to-
going there?
Because that's where, I mean, one of the events has also happened here. And
We have a month to get here. We don't have time to make a pit stop here for a Griffin.
I mean, if we have to go from Mondstadt, we can go back here, and then it's literally just, it can be on the way.
Wait, you have a month to get where?
Over here somewhere.
Why do you say month?
You said it was next month. Was the
No,
date?
it's the next Zeki. So like, it's in Pachu right now. Then it's Cincy, Inamu, Futuja, Valu, Eva, then Zeki. But it's the next month of Zeki that this happens on the 26th. I have a calendar. Would you like
Yeah.
me to show it to you?
Yes. That's what I was looking at, the calendar. Okay. So either way, I mean, it's gonna take us time. It's not like we're exactly pit stopping.
Well, it's not. No, I thought we had a month. So I thought we had to find
let's
some way
go.
to get there other than on foot travel. If we've got more time, we absolutely can make a pit stop here to investigate and pick up the Griffin. I was like, I thought we had a month, and it was gonna be Mondstadt. We send a report to the Queen. We don't even head there, and we have to like get there through like teleportation or some sort of flying. Something like I thought we had like no time. Well, I mean, I guess it's only 130 feet. It won't take us that long.
Okay.
But
So.
But no,
There-
we've got more time to stop off at the Griffin.
Is there any other places that we could investigate coming from just in this direction?
Do you want to go back to the cult map?
Yes. Please and thank you. Well, I guess no, there's not. It would just be going. We already been to this one, so it would just be stopping by in the mountains and then going straight to this one. Would be Zek 26, right? So, yeah, I imagine that is. We're still doing this sort of number. Now it's 174 feet. It's a little bit further.
First, your maps aren't scaled properly.
There's a scale right down here, actually.
Yeah, but they're different scales from each other.
No, I haven't seen this map in a hot minute.
Saw this map for the first time earlier today.
Yeah, it's just the blank continent. I went ahead and shaded. I left the shading for the different kingdoms because you guys have seen enough continent maps to know where the kingdoms are, basically. But it's
I have.
just marked with Thurl.
Yes.
You have.
No,
I
I don't
was
remember what they're.
also going to say, if you wanted to allow us to have access to this, you could, in the handouts where it says drop a file, if you put that picture there, we can then just pull up the map at any time.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So you don't have to drag us over there every time. That's how I gave you guys maps.
Damn knowledge strike again.
Yeah. You're amazing.
You're welcome. I figured that way you don't have to keep dragging us back and forth and we can also pull it up when we need it. It'll create a copy, I think, because I don't know. Roll20 is weird with a lot of designs to do things. Yeah. You can just zoom in.
Did
on
that
it.
work?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Great, thanks.
Yes,
You're really
yes,
trying to
ma'am.
get me used to the whole man thing before I become a teacher, huh?
Yes, he is. Okay. Hit the
Plot twist, none of the kids call you ma'am. They're all disrespectful little shits.
Well, they better
Nah.
not be. They're adults.
Professor Sauls.
Oh,
Shut up.
Oh boy.
I never called my teacher ma'am, but
I was raised a military child. It is imbued into my bones to call adults ma'am, sir.
It would depend on my comfort level with the teacher, whether or not I said miss or whatever. Sometimes
Yeah.
I just call them
Anyhow.
by the name. But yes, anyways.
I called my teacher mom because my teacher was my mom.
I feel like, oh.
I was homeschooled.
Oh.
Oof.
Damn. Okay, well. And I guess the only thing left to do is sleep and start heading to Mondstadt.
Mm.
Well, and shop.
We need probably replenish our food supplies and then.
Don't we? Wait, weren't we supposed to like stop by the jeweler or somewhere after an
I-
hour again?
I did. I will
Oh, okay.
also give you. Go ahead and mark 250 incense as well on your sheet, so that way you know you have it.
Gold worth, not
Gold worth.
250 incense strips.
Sorry, yeah, 250 gold piece
Worth,
of incense.
yeah. 4 strips.
Yes, and 4 strips of the ivory.
Can I actually? I don't
Huh?
need it. One of my things is a material component of incense, but it doesn't have a price, so I don't actually need it.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
about to say, it doesn't have that. I can lend you some incense. I have some normal ones.
Yeah, I was
It's fine,
gonna say. I was
I'll-
gonna ask for some, but I was looking and but it doesn't have a price of incense. So I don't actually need the material component because I have a spell focus.
All right.
Sleep time?
Yeah.
Yep.
Can't you?
All right.
Who wants sleep hope?
No, I'm willing to welcome in the dreams.
Right.
I don't know if that's smart, but I'm welcoming them in nonetheless.
Tavern lady wants sleep hope.
Sure.
It's religion.
Yes. You think she's pretty well covered?
31. I don't know if that'll be good enough for her, but
You don't know. She is an NPC, so it might be a bit. No, but Cherish.
Yeah.
Dream chat.
Oh boy, I maybe should have.
yeah, I had nat 22. You would have been safe from whatever.
Yeah,
coming.
you know, I'm just gonna do this one so I can have divination ready tomorrow. Okay, I've done my spells. I'm going into the chat. I'm scared.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. It shouldn't hopefully be too long of a dream. It's mostly just in case you wanted to interact. I could have just texted you this, but if you wanted to interact, I was giving you the option to, because you wake up and you're sat on the couch that you usually sit on across from Mokari. And there's no Kai in sight this time. She seems much calmer than the last time you saw her, offering you some tea and... Well, I'm so sorry about the fright last time, sweetie.
Alright. Okay. Is there something else that you're here to warn me about?
Oh, no, I'm just here for our usual chats, stories from your recent adventures.
Right.
I didn't get the chance to ask last time.
Yeah, I very much wanted to make sure that my friends were okay. Yes, before I give you some of these adventures, why do you care so much about them? Or is there an ulterior motive here, or is it just you're curious?
Roll an insight check.
That'll go well. I will. 23.
She blinks a few times, slightly surprised at the question, and looks down at her cup of tea and swirls it a little bit in her hand as she thinks of the proper wording. It's curiosity. It's very rare that I find little mortals such as yourself willing to chat with someone like me. And I don't get to watch over you guys as closely as others may.
Implying that you're not divine, or a celestial of some sort.
She squints down at her tea. No, I am something else.
Are you something of this dimension?
You get the sense, I'm still counting your 23 insight through this. that the little twitch of a smile on her lips is proud of you for asking that question. No, no, I am not. I'm not of any dimension, in fact.
Okay. Well, that's intimidating, I won't lie. But I don't exactly know what it means yet, so as long as you don't intend to harm me and my friends, I will tell you about the stories, I suppose.
Wonderful. It does go so long between good stories nowadays.
It really
He
feels
keeps
like.
scaring all of my new friends off. She mostly said that last bit to herself.
Hmm. Would this he happen to have feathers attached to him of some sort?
On that, I'm going to make you roll another insight check, but with advantage. There's definitely history between them. Like, history. But there's a sad frown on her face. Yes, he and I used to be close, but every opposite must eventually find their own way.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I understand falling outs between people. Won't pry any more for now, just,
Well, less of a falling out and more of I neglected my duties for him and should not have.
if you don't mind me asking, what were those duties?
I'm rolling a dice. Well, I suppose the best explanation of that would be a proper introduction of the both of us, because it'll annoy the hell out of him for someone else to tell his name for him. My name, officially, is Mokuri, Lady of the Dawn.
Do I recognize that at all?
You don't even have to roll. Absolutely not.
Okay.
And his is Amoxius, Lord of the Night.
So, okay.
Where he ends, I must begin. We cannot exist at the same time, together.
Huh.
Oh,
Okay.
Daisy got here just in time for Galaxy Mommy to snitch about Galaxy Daddy.
Okay. Well, that makes sense then. Why, Fuchi, I think it was, mentioned Ama.
She does not seem to recognize that name.
Okay, I get to explain why this is important. I didn't know the name Amoxius, but I did know Ama, and she's just going to recite, like, as much as she can remember and as accurately what happened in the cave, like, even the festival and stuff, and then bounce back and forth a little bit because that's just how Cherish's brain is going to work here. Just like, oh yeah, I guess I should talk to you about other fun stuff, but also, more importantly, this cave is where we are hearing the name and talking about Thesia and everything.
Did you bring up your guys' theory about the doll and Amoxius?
Yeah, I think, yeah, she will.
She'd give a little bit of a snort at that idea. As ladylike as a snort could be. No, sweetie, he doesn't deal in dolls. If you've noticed it looking, it's definitely not one of my kind, it's one of your gods.
Okay, well that's fair.
I can't say I recognize the name Fuchi or what it seems like he's trying to do what we have, having tea and chatting, but he's always been a bit more abrasive.
Yeah, considering he hurt a small fairy dragon and tried to hurt one of my friends, I'm pretty sure. On top of making us spit out feathers.
That fairy dragon had backups. He knew that before he even tried to do anything.
Backups?
Oh, backup. Sorry. Mistake.
Oh.
He technically had to. He did kill the dragon, and I have torn him a new one for it, but he did it knowing that the dragon would not die.
That dragon's always been celestial then? I don't know actually. No, I didn't know that. He didn't tell us that. Never mind. Okay. Okay. That's news. It's good to know that for some reason he was okay. There's a lot of weird things going on here, that's for sure. So he's been able to interact with us. Have you been doing that too, or just interacting with me in the dream here?
I am much more limited by my admittedly self-imposed rules. I try to keep the balance between dimensions, but I do grow bored, so I have these dreams with you. What's the name of the goddess of your world who controls dreams? I forget.
Oh, good question. We have a paladin. I have so many gods' names, I can't remember. I was gonna say Thesia. It's Thesia, right?
Onira.
Onira, thank you. There you go. I know the god.
Yes, well, Onira currently has no clue where your consciousness is.
That probably upsets her a little bit.
Well, she's a bit preoccupied with something your paladin friend asked her, but it has worried her in the past when Amaxius has taken someone to dream.
Huh. Okay. And I don't mean to offend. If it does come off like that, you can tell me, but are the gods more powerful than you in a way? If it feels like at least her paladin has been able to keep you out of my head sometimes, although I don't know if it's just you or if it's something else.
For the most part, no.
Okay.
When we get into specifics of, being around strong believers, being in a different dimension, being in their specialty, it gets a bit wonky, but the farther you are from any large gathering of believers, and the less he prays for you, the easier it is for me, and in turn, Amaxius, to take hold of your mind into a dream. Not into your dream, not for like control. And that goes for any of your party.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. I think that's all the questions I have for you as of now.
She offers you another proud little smile. You're inquisitive. That's good.
I wasn't at first, and then, I nearly watched a few people die, and I realized once again, I have the ability to help people, and I want to do that. It's just sometimes it's overwhelming. Trying to keep a balance of knowing that it's not my job to help, but also I can, so, I'm not just gonna sit back and do nothing, but even if I do something and something goes wrong, it's not my fault. Yeah, it's a lot of back and forth right now, and so,
Yeah. But if you just want to chat with her for the rest of your dream,
yeah, I think that's
perfectly fine.
I'll do that and just kind of recite any other small stories that I can to her.
She quite enjoys it. Now I'm gonna ping Akeley, so Akeley can come down here for their dream.
Okay, I'm going to take off my headset.
Okay. Chat, I'm giving her a chance to digest her information. Hello!
Hi, I don't know how I got here.
Oh, I think you got dragged.
Alright.
Well, when you come back to awareness in your dream, you are, I believe you've had a dream similar to this, but I'm not quite sure. You're on a very plush, dark purple cushioned couch, and there's curtains at the side, but there's no use to it because just outside of that is void. And across from you sits a very familiar raven feathered man.
You son of a bitch. Why are
Well, keep the insults for after tea.
you attacked my party's little fairy dragon and did something
Yes, but
weird to Venti.
he had plenty of backup. I did not kill him without knowing that. And
You killed
she's,
him?
well, clearly only semi-death. Or semi-dead.
My party never tells me anything.
As for Zenti, and he says it like it's something foul in his mouth, she got on my nerves with that little insult. It's different when you insult me. We've had tea, you're allowed to.
Wait. Oh, yeah, I think Venti did mention that she.
I believe
Because
he
of
called
you.
me a puss. I believe she called me a pussy.
Oh. Well, considering you don't tell us anything and you avoid us other than watching us like a freak, yeah. Why do
I
you watch us?
rarely. You're entertaining. Mortals are fun to watch. It's not just you. Don't feel special.
I don't want to feel special.
Good, you don't have a big ego. I watch several people. Mostly those who interest me and have stepped too close to my kind before. I still keep an eye on your friend Kahira. She just found something fun too.
You keep an eye on.
Yeah.
You know. Does she know you?
Yes, we've talked quite a few times. We still have tea. She tries to attack me.
Did she ever tell us that?
I think she told Kathir about it most of the time, but I think she told you guys about it once or twice.
I don't remember that.
Yes, well, I tend to keep track of those who have encountered our disease. That is a shame that it
Oh.
happened to them, but it gives me a stronger foothold near them. What was their name? I can't remember your other friend who was sick, but they're not as
Maureen?
fun to watch. Yes, them. They're not as fun to watch. I've abandoned them.
And what about the two trapped? I'm not entirely sure what the not dead people. Dead person.
You're gonna have
that's
to be more specific than that.
suddenly alive. I don't remember their names. We fought them. They
Fuchi?
said they. Yeah. Called you
Roll an
Alma
insight check.
at advantage.
No.
Smile. Oh. I tried.
Good try. Good try. He has a tiny smile at the mention of their name, but you don't know if it's a real smile or not, or more of a grimace. Ah, yes. They are so exhausting to talk to. They are so confused. I had tea with one of them once. Never again.
Wouldn't you be confused too?
Yes, well, I don't care for explaining myself. So, if you're confused with me, I just simply ditch. It's the wonderful part about being someone like me.
It's hard to not be confused with you. You give many mixed signals.
Isn't that part of the fun of the game, though?
What game? You're the only one
game I'm
playing the
playing.
game.
Exactly, that's the best way to win.
It just sounds like you're a sore loser.
Roll another insight check at advantage this time.
It's going to be better than. Yeah.
There's a twitch to his smile that shows maybe there's a little bit too much truth to that statement, and now there's a bit of anger in his eyes.
Kind of smile. I still don't know what you are. I'll figure that out
I
at
think
some
you're
point.
narrowing down what I'm not.
Yeah. You know, you're interesting.
Thank you, I know.
Less attacking our pets and stuff, though, please.
I wouldn't have done it if I didn't know. If I knew he didn't have another chance. I calculate every move.
Mean by another chance.
You should ask your friend. I'm sure he'd love to get into that detail.
Sometimes I question how much anyone will share ever, except for Cherish. Cherish overshares sometimes.
Well, I shouldn't be keeping you. I should be letting you get back so you can ask.
I don't
Please.
know why you brought me here, but I guess it was nice. I'll look around. At least your couches are comfortable.
Yeah. I do try to comfort my guests so that eventually I may be able to have a proper conversation without the underlying hostilities. I do just want stories from you after all.
I don't know if I have a lot of interesting ones. Unless you count what's going on now, which you probably already know everything that's happening.
Oh, of course I do. The life of a mortal is entertaining.
It only seems that way when you're not immortal.
Good night, Acles.
Bye!
And that's the end of your dream. And now we can go back up.
Hello.
Hi.
I had a gift. Oh no, it's gone. I scrolled away.
Mommy Brooke says what? What? Why are all these sayings popping up?
I'm scared to tab back over it, you know?
Holy shit! Wait, what the fuck, Brooke? You rolled a 99?
Mm-hmm. Sam should be grateful for that.
I am.
Anyway, good morning, party. We'll do probably morning conversation, quick shopping, and then in there before you guys leave.
Okay.
But I'm having so much fun.
I know
I'm
you
glad you're
don't.
having fun.
Didn't mean it that way, but it kind of sounded sarcastic.
Yeah, but I know Izzy by now.
Yeah. It was just funny the way they said that. Like, but I'm having fun. Definitely. But agreed. Oh gosh. Man, there's a lot of information.
I hope you took notes.
Oh, I did. I
Okay.
did. My notes are my notes, that's for sure. I'm gonna clarify more after session for myself, but
Okay.
yeah.
And you'll have stream to go back and watch too.
that too. I guess, yeah, making sure that whenever we wake up, I'll wait to, like, after breakfast, might be a little distracted. Want to make sure everybody's there.
Euclid is up early.
Shocker.
Yeah. Usually go to. Okay. So, I may have had another dream with
Mhm.
Makari, who I'm realizing definitely isn't. I finally just came out and asked them. I've had dreams. They were the one who, I guess because she told me her name, or like, I guess title? I knew her name, anyways. Told me she was the one who, alerted me to Venti's situation, and everything happening when, I forgot the name of your fairy dragon. We just talked to them.
Parth.
Yeah, when Parth was going through things, did tell me that, our lovely feather boy did kill your fey dragon, but it was fine
Oh.
because he
Only
knew.
partially.
No, fully. And knew that it would be fine though because he had help, which is strange. Maybe you need to talk to your fey dragon about that. But also,
Probably did.
He knows.
yeah, I guess it's fair. I have a name for Featherboy now. It is Amoxius,
Noxious.
Lord
With an M or an N?
Noxious.
Amaxias. Lord of the
Ama.
Night. And
Oh.
Mokari is Lady of the Dawn. And I will try to keep my voice down a little bit. She did say that might piss him off now that we know
have
his
to keep our
title.
voices down. One of our party members is a druid with this really, really amazing bubble
Oh, yes,
that while
Cal,
we're
bubble
resting
us.
just makes it so that our voices don't carry. And because it can be used infinitely, as long as we're sitting anywhere for like an hour to say, have a meal and talk about our night, they can use their bubble.
Cal bubble.
We can like get our food, go back to our room, and cow bubble for any conversations you don't want carrying beyond the party.
Yes.
It won't stop like Feather Boy or like gods interfering,
Mm.
but neither was whispering.
Yeah, that's fair. But
Noxious.
also, I do know that both of them are sort of connected. Also not divine or celestial. They're not of any dimension. They cannot exist at the same time.
Well, exist at the same time together.
Same time
That's what this
together.
is.
Together. Okay, that's important.
That makes a Clay smile a little bit as you're just going more in depth about him. They reach into their bag, pull out a small book, and start writing things down.
She is apparently, well, tries to keep a balance, doesn't want to interfere as much as I guess Moxius does. So there's that.
I say we keep calling him Feather Boy. Names are dangerous.
Well, she did say that it would irritate him knowing his name, so maybe a Feather Boy for now.
I think I'm going to use his name, but I won't use it around you two.
I think in general, we shouldn't intentionally anger someone who has proved he can get into our rooms and kill us without us even being aware.
They can. I did ask whether or not the gods were like more powerful while they were here than them or something like that, and not exactly. It gets weird, so maybe just be careful, please. I don't know.
I'll ask him. I had a nice chat with him last night.
You talked with him?
Yeah. We
Huh.
had tea.
That's what me and Makari did too. They are.
Were you on a nice couch?
Yeah. Huh. I don't know how I feel about this.
Was it like a real nice couch where it was like, nice brown and comfy with like floral patterns, or just an okay couch?
Just a normal couch? I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention to that and more the
It was purple.
dimensional creature that talks to me in my dreams, apparently. and it
For
does help.
reference, Cherish, yours was
Like
like
a dimensional
sunset
creature
orange.
talks to you while
Oh,
you're
okay.
awake.
I don't know exactly. It's a good question. I mean, she said she didn't want to really interfere, but I mean, she could, I guess, theoretically. Oh, also, the little doll thing we theorized was potentially Abaxius. Absolutely not. Apparently, that's one of the gods watching us.
Yeah, we knew we talked about it last time.
Oh, I did say that?
It's
Alright.
yeah, we went over that last session that it was probably the daughter
said-
of the death god, I believe.
He said probably, but we weren't sure. Not a
Yeah, we
casting
weren't
couch,
100%
dicey.
sure, but we thought that was more likely than it being the feather dude suddenly
But
changing
now we have
his-
confirmation that absolutely wouldn't be Amoxius. But yeah, so that's, I guess. How long has. Well, I guess we knew that the feather boy was talking with us. You seem to have irritated him.
Yeah, we've had chats before. This was more pleasant than the last couple of ones. Also, Venti, he does not like you.
Oh.
Oh, okay. I don't care that much.
You should!
Well, he doesn't like you specifically because you called him a pussy, and apparently you can only insult him if you've had tea with him
Oh,
Oh. A
or
weird
something.
requirement?
honestly, fair enough. Would making tea rectify that?
I didn't ask that part. Probably not. I think he has to invite you to his strange subliminal area when you sleep.
Which, if you didn't ever want that to happen, we would probably just have to live in a temple, from what I understand from what Makari was telling me. In that if there's a lot of, priests and stuff, or people who are very heavily in their belief, it does, Gethler's proven it is stopping them from interfering or contacting us.
finger gun.
Okay. Weird.
That was interesting.
Trying
don't
to
know.
hip with the kids.
Okay.
The kids do not understand.
The kids who are equally as confused, just like, what? What's the parent doing? I don't. I'm 45, man. She's still pretty young for tieflings, but still.
Well, I mean, he's kind of interesting in a annoying rat kind of way,
Yeah.
or annoying really loud bird kind of way, I guess.
Like Biter.
No.
Yeah.
Sounds
Biter.
outside of the bubble.
Do we hear
Can you
sounds?
hear
outside?
sounds outside of the bubble? Like, I know that the outside can't hear you, but can you hear outside?
I think.
I believe so. I believe we can see out and hear out of. You should be able to see it. It's on. It should be on their sheet. It just
Oh,
says the whole
yeah.
thing.
I was loading up Cal's sheet.
As you're talking about that, you hear what sounds like if a raven could laugh mid-caw.
Hmm.
Can I
Come up
look
with-
around?
Huh.
Yeah, that's about right.
Do I see the thing that's left?
No.
No.
But I've been saving something for the next time I saw him, and he hasn't shown up.
Now I know his name. I know he's not of any being at all. Does that count as knowing who he is? Does that count?
does that count?
Depends on what you're trying to do.
I'm just we had a year never gonna figure out who I am. I don't remember if there were any stakes in this or not.
I don't remember either. I'm gonna have to go back and find that stream.
Any stakes in that?
Well, I think this was before Sam was staying in Dream, wasn't it?
I don't know.
It was on the boat. But I don't think you guys trusted Cherish or didn't know if Cherish was gonna stay yet.
No, wasn't it after I had some of the Loves the Hunter goo? Because he was like, "You're fucking
Oh.
stupid. Why'd you
I
do
think
that?"
it was, yeah. I just don't remember what the stakes were. There were stakes. I'll get back to you on that. Sam, I really hope that stream's uploaded.
I hope that is what I have basically all of them. I know that I missed like 3 or something. I don't think it was that many. I have to figure out which organization they're in. Just start uploading those. But also, this does it mention sound? Because I think this is what you're talking about.
Well, let's pretend like we can hear because the coughing bird was funny.
Well, no, what I'm saying is that I don't think it's hiding us or our voices.
Oh.
It'll give us stealth and wisdom, help to wisdom, and any light or visible
Isn't this
stuff
the
is hidden, but
thing
it's not sound.
Kethir, or not Kethir, Urfir had? Was it Urfir the one with the bubble?
I think it might have been, you might have been putting down the tiny hut, which I think does.
No.
Oh, then
No,
no.
It was definitely a bubble.
Then we didn't read that. It doesn't hide sound. Either way, I
I'd
don't
say
think
if you're speaking quiet enough, I will let it be hidden. Because it's +5 to stealth. If you're speaking quietly, I'll allow it.
it's fair. Regardless, I don't know. I don't think Mokari just wants to know about things that are happening. Seems fairly innocent.
Yeah. Amma said he just wants stories, although he didn't exactly explain why he did that to Parth. He did say he's playing a game and only he gets the answers to it. And he's also the only one who's actually playing because no one else knows there's a game. So, also don't call him a sore loser. He doesn't like that.
Noted.
Well, if you liked, to not be that, then you should play a fair game.
I think I am playing a fair game with them. Kind of. Maybe.
That's not
he-
worrying.
He might have forgotten that we had a deal.
Yeah, I'll get back to. We'll pretend it'll happen during the dream.
Okay.
Next time you have a dream, don't worry about it. It's fine.
I was about to say, when's the next time I'm having a dream?
See, as soon as I find the
Yes.
information.
He also just likes something about mortal lives being amusing. The normal, oh, I'm a god, haha.
Well,
You guys are puny and interesting, or
not
something.
Nama's not a god. They're not of this or any dimension.
Well, I'm using it as a,
I guess it's fair. Even Mokari
'Cause
said
he's-
that we were just mortals, and we're interesting.
Yeah,
So,
seems to be a common fucking way to think.
excuse me, sorry, I just looked at chat. Ace's advice is if we have problems with the Eldritch beings, just sleep with them. Hold on.
Okay, I know I'm a bard, but not that kind of bard.
Venti, you know how to make it up to Amma?
Nah.
If I didn't have a partner, maybe.
No.
Okay.
Oh no.
I think Venti is the only one.
Not
Without-
taken.
Well,
Yeah.
Cal
Yeah.
doesn't have officially some. I mean, Cal did at the very beginning sleep with someone, but I don't
I
think
think their
that's.
heart's still holding out for them, though.
I don't know,
Yeah.
baby. I guess I don't
Yeah.
know. I can't speak
They
for
keep
Cal.
talking about Kalani. I think that was her name.
Oh.
I should go.
Also-
find
Now,
out.
Cal's
She
not
decided
officially
what the-
taken, but Cal's
Sure.
taken in their heart.
Mm,
So,
Yeah.
I
yeah,
am
Venti.
curious about your fairy dragon not being actually dead, but
Yeah.
also died.
At least the way that
Undead?
Mokari said, it was definitely that it was killed.
More like became Uh, divine.
Parth has been slowly trying to shrink down smaller and hide behind you as they keep talking about him.
Well,
You're divine now, huh?
I don't know if he can understand them.
I think fairy dragons might be able
Thought he
to.
can speak.
He can
Draconic.
speak Sylvan and Draconic, but if we're speaking in Common, I don't think he
Oh, yeah.
understands Common.
I'm a holy dragon.
Well, then he
Yeah.
can
I
just
can speak
Common
in
and discuss
Sylvan.
it with us. I can speak in Draconic, so we can communicate with him. But I mean, I don't
I
think
can
he would
speak
understand us
Celestial.
talking
You're right.
about
You're right.
him when we're just talking Common.
You're right.
Yeah, that's potentially concerning because I don't think it was Mokari or Amma who did that.
It wasn't.
It definitely was not Anna.
Do you know who?
He said he did it. He knew that he had a backup, so that's why he carved a symbol or some freak thing.
Gather, do you know who?
No.
So that's deep.
Apparently he can't say, but he trusts them, and they don't apparently wish us harm. And they're also not someone we know.
But it's
That's not suspicious at all.
It is very suspicious, but
Yeah.
I couldn't get more out of him.
It's a deity
being
that doesn't want
sarcastic.
us harm, but has
Oh.
done something to piss off creatures not of this dimension, which is concerning, I feel, and maybe connected to everything. Weirdly enough,
Piss off, not necessarily.
I mean,
Parth wasn't harmed because he wanted to get at him. He was harmed because he knew Parth had a backup, is how he made it sound. Of course, I don't know how much I can trust from him. Probably not anything, honestly.
probably very little. I mean, I'm gonna probably not be asking for dream help, because, I mean, if Mokari is willing to be, cordial with us and answer questions, that could be helpful. And if I can also ask Hintomo things, maybe we can cross-reference things and try to figure out what's actually going on so we don't have any more nightmares and just, things aren't dangerous and, so serious.
Somehow,
Why
I don't think that's
so
gonna happen.
I don't think so either, but, I can have hope.
That's.
It's a false
I
hope.
believe
Just let
in-
me sit at this right now. Just let it happen, eh, please. I need this.
I believe in hope just as much as I believe in miracles, but
Well, again, don't mention that.
Well,
Around
we've literally seen
Dogma.
miracles happen, so I mean, you could not actively worship the gods. I mean, I don't like most gods, but you can't deny the fact that their power does exist.
no, but I don't consider it miracles either.
It's fair. I would.
It's literally an act caused by a god's power is literally what a definition of a miracle is.
Perhaps by your standards, yes.
No, but by the standards of what the word means.
Let's give Mom a connection.
But also, I think what Igles is saying is that, they believe that part of it is the person's power, where I would say that it was a miracle that I was able to shatter that magical barrier from beings we don't know what they are, ghosts, whatever they were. Igles might have just think that I had that power regardless, even if it was a little boosted by a deity, maybe. If I'm understanding correctly?
I just view miracles as a creature's will.
But
It's the same thing.
it is a creature's will. It's the god's will, which is literally what makes it a miracle by definition.
regardless.
And about this time, Thurl, you get ascending.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
who?
You look at your whispers.
I don't know how to read.
Hello, I'm
That's a
dying.
shame. The information shall never be distributed.
I don't. Rook.
You
That's the
okay?
town that
Is
you
this
guys
it?
came out of the swamp to, where there was
Oh,
the sick
that was
people
ages ago. Holy shit.
with Kahira's sickness.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh.
I meant to mention something about that. Something about
Aw.
Kahira's
have
got something interesting
question.
going on.
What's happening to Kahira?
Well, he's typing the question.
Uh-oh.
You can assume it was a spell scroll. It's not. I counted. I swear.
Well, I was counting the end part because it couldn't have come from her.
Well, no. You can assume she used ascending because that is her voice. Scroll.
You know
because
who
that
it
is
is that cast the sending. I thought that the final 3 words were a part of the message I
Oh,
received.
no.
Mm.
I was confused out of character. In character, if I
Right.
received it, I would just go, it's a spell scroll or something, right?
Yeah.
Out of character, I thought it was like somebody had sent me that sending and had gone, this is the quotations, and then this is who actually said that, so I know why
No,
this
you can
person
assume it was a scroll.
Okay.
Something
Because
is
it-
going on with Kahira. Also, the sickness is related to Amma.
Sorry.
Okay.
And that's why it gives him a foothold with people, which is why he still has tea with Kahira, which apparently doesn't go very well because every time she tries to attack him.
Is sending one of the ones you can respond to?
Yes,
Yes.
you get 25 words in response.
Are you really asking that question?
I'm so tired.
He's tired.
Okay, well, Alma making people sick to have a better grasp
Well,
on them?
that's not why. It just allows him to have a better foothold into conversating with them and the whole dream situation.
Dude, man.
He did say it was unfortunate that people got sick.
I don't
Which
know if I
it's odd.
believe him.
uh,
Okay.
I'm just relaying what he told me.
Is it killing people?
Possibly.
Oh. Okay.
Acles, I would say you remember there being a story of at least one woman who they don't know if she did this because of the illness or something else, but she did get sick enough and eventually threw herself off the roof, thinking that she was
Possibly.
chasing her mother.
It makes people see things, which led to death. Which actually makes a lot of sense considering Kahira did see a wolf and then attack us and kept seeing.
Hold on. You're telling me that this sickness is seeing things that aren't there, like when I was at the river and I saw an imp of my father's that wasn't there.
Well, I think part of it you'd probably have some graying skin or something. So you should be
She's gonna
fine.
look
probably.
over her body, sort of, like as much as you can at a two.
Make a perception check.
Oh no.
Nat 20. You think you see some gray skin.
No.
It's not really there, but you're delusional now.
I'm
You
s-
panicked.
Slightly
I rolled a
paler
jam.
skin.
It's an 11.
Some of your hair may be going a little bit gray at the roots, but that's probably stress from being with these people.
Jeez. Well,
If I wasn't a changeling, all of my hair would be gray by the time I was done with DP.
okay. Well, I seem fine for now. It's still weird that I did see that not just gonna forget about that. But that's good to know. If I start seeing things more often, maybe I'm getting more sick, and to stay away from ledges. Okay. Well,
You haven't, attacked us or anything, so you're probably fine.
no, I haven't. Doesn't mean that I won't if it got to me, which would be concerning. I really hope I don't ever do that. Know that I have no intent to ever, like, there's very little you could do to make something like that happen. Not very little. I guess if you, like, hurt one of my family members or really insult. Anyways, regardless, I shouldn't do that, so.
When it happened to Kahira, we were able to talk to her through it.
Okay.
So
Good.
hopefully, even if something does happen, just
Hopefully we'll be able to do something.
we have
Takes a few minutes.
our words, right? Don't we have our like danger and safety words?
I don't know if you ever taught them to cherish.
No, we decided on the ship as a group for new one.
Oh yeah.
So
Also, it takes a few minutes, but you can assume it was just trying to find another scroll. She's spending 2 scrolls on you.
Oh.
I should have asked that. I didn't ask one question because I didn't want to make her send another one. But what I mean is, if you start seeing things or you start seeing us as something else, we know to say those words, and if you hear them, you know that it's us you're attacking, and you'll stop. Because Kahira was able to stop herself when she realized it was us, not the hallucination.
And
So we know you still have control over yourself. You just are seeing things.
And what all the words are you teaching, Cherish?
I can't remember them off the top of my head, but we decided as a group on the ship. So this was after you were already in the party. This was after Cherish was in the party. We decided on a group-wide set of code words so that we knew it was each other.
I probably have it somewhere in my notes. If it was that important, I just have to go back enough. I'll do that after session today. Gotta go through all of my notes.
Don't worry.
But we were dealing with other crap, so we decided to
The only issue is it might be as the illness progresses, that could change.
Well, it could,
Well,
but
we'll figure that out if
it
it starts to happen. Let's just hope it doesn't.
But the first sign where she is attacking us and seeing things, we could still reach her, and if it progresses past there, yes, that could change. But if it gets to the point where she's attacking us and seeing things constantly, we know at that point to do something about it, not just leave it.
Yeah.
So I think even if that would change later in the disease.
Did we ever fully cure Kahira?
We took her to Thurl, and he handled it, so I think so.
Okay, good. Because something's going on with Kahira. Something about her dealing with something. I don't know exactly. It's all Alma told me. Maybe it's not real. I don't know.
I mean, I could ask in Tomo if that's another question. If
You probably like Kahira. She's very friendly.
Okay, Mooney. Sorry, Mooney just said in chat. Kahira is empregging Jue.
What?
Yep.
Wait, I thought when you said you were drawing it, that it was just the aftermath, not the after. Oh.
Don't ask me. I don't know what's going on with Kahira right now, man.
Don't worry, she's just having her kids.
But I just told her to wear protection.
If you're worried,
Oh, yeah,
my God.
now, not for the past month that she's been together with.
The
Aftermath
aftermath.
only. Okay.
I needed someone clicked.
I'm drawing only the aftermath. It's fine.
Thank God.
What the fuck?
But
No.
Do you? Oh no, Mooney. Like the way that you said that is he was very much like, no, bad dog, no, no
The
small,
spray
no drawing
bottle.
smut.
You know,
for the
you are
hygiene.
your own artist, Mooney. Draw what the art itch desires.
Also, we've seen you draw smut before, Moody, so don't act like you're
Yeah.
above that.
Damn.
The amount of bi ass that I've seen.
That's crazy.
Well, do you want me to ask about her if you're worried?
Ask about whom?
Kahira?
Tahira.
She's dealing with an infection nearby the village, but they don't know what's causing it.
Well,
Oh.
technically, it's kind of far from her village.
It's nearby enough that she's dealing with it.
I could ask
Like,
Intomo if
that's
it's
far.
curable or if Kahira's in danger. It has to be a yes or no answered thing, but
I mean, in the nicest possible way,
yes.
something is going wrong with the space near Kahira, and it is probably something dangerous. But the reason we left her to watch her village is because we trusted she was capable.
Fair enough.
We have a mission from the Queen here to go investigate a dragon attack in Mondstadt and maybe have to deal with the dragons as part of that. Then we are on mission from a different queen to investigate a cult that has kidnapped a goddess, and we know where they're going, and we have to get to that location. Unless what Kahira is dealing with is directly related to that, it might just be too much for us to handle. We can't be taking on everything ourselves.
No,
I would love
but
to
you
help
could
Kahira.
still warn Kahira. I mean, I have the ability to send, and I'm sure you could describe her well enough that I could warn her about something or help her, potentially. We can't take it on all ourselves, but we can still help others with our knowledge.
But that's my point, though, is that knowledge comes at the expense of what we are doing. Is can we afford to
We're just going to be
to
walking
spend
for
our
a few
time
days.
fixing Kahira's
We wouldn't
problem?
be fixing Kahira's problems, just telling her, hey, there is a way to cure it. But regardless, I asked that because
Well, unless we're
my-
going to figure out the way to cure it, telling her that there is a way to cure it isn't on its own helpful.
it could give
Well,
hope.
and Earl, you do know that it is curable because she told you what it was.
Oh yeah, and
Oh.
so she knows the cure too.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah.
Well, I was mostly
Yeah,
asking
but there's
because
that bit of
my
information.
third question is it's personal to me, so it really isn't going to help us much. It will just put my mind at ease. So, if there was something else
That
more
matters.
urgent.
The thing she's dealing with came from the swamp. We don't know exactly
Ugh.
what it is,
Yeah,
and it's
well,
not
true.
something that is simple
Shrek.
or that isn't putting her in danger. But
I think that the best course of action would just be burning the entire swamp down.
honestly, kind of agree.
Wasn't that a vision someone had? Oh, that's not Cherish, but that's Sam. Wasn't
But-
there a village burned down or something? Hold on.
But
Prophecy coming
I-
true.
I'm not I'm worried about Kahira. I want her to be okay, and I agree that there is something going on with Kahira. She's not safe. She's dealing with what we know is a very bad disease. But I'll get in contact with the church, because it's nearby, relatively.
Just keep in contact with her.
Yes, and keep in contact with her. I don't know what we can do, and it's not something I think we can I mean, other than like, I get what you're saying, Cherish. Is if we start using some of your yes/no questions to ask about it, we could do that. But beyond that, I don't know that we have the time or energy to. It's just at some point we're spread too thin. There's
I
too
agree
many
with you.
different.
That's why I wasn't saying we would solve the problem. We have our own stuff going on well enough. But if that's the case, then I think we should head out, get the rations and everything that we need. While you guys do that, I'm going to spend 10 minutes outside. And I'm going to try
Have
to
you
actually.
talked to Murmur recently?
I have talked to the DM, and so I would make sure that I'm
When
sending.
I was in port, I learned the ship sinking.
Yeah, very funny. Sending Stone, trying to keep up as much as I can with 25 words.
Yeah.
Use your phone. So I have. Everything seems to be fine. I assume the DM would tell me if there's something wrong.
I'll tell you. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
I don't like that.
As far as you know, everything is fine.
I could
Okay.
change that if you'd like.
Please don't. No.
I think Cal had said something about wanting to talk to Reza, but Cal's not here, so Cal's shit out of luck for now.
That is unfortunate. Well, I will go commune then in the temple of Empios, because there is a small shrine to Entomo there, so I'm going to go
Before
there.
you do that, is there any more supplies you need? Because we should get moving. So while you're doing that, we're gonna do the last bits of shopping.
No, I did plenty of shopping yesterday. I am.
That's true, but you
Okay.
you got all your spell components. But is there anything you need beyond that?
No.
Like, do you want us to get
Unless you're gonna get
like-
like a banana for a treat for Slick and maybe
Well, see,
something
that's
else.
exactly what I'm saying. Like, if we have to go get food and we have to go get like rations and water, and if you need like rope or something, like now's their time to give us the list.
That's fair. If you can get just like some charcoal in a journal for me and just treats for Emily.
I forgot to ask when I want the ink.
Ink give.
Unless you need it for the map.
Oh, one of them we need for the map, so I want that one, but you can have the other. Or well, I don't care if I have that one. It's if the group has that one, but you can definitely just have the other two.
Yes.
Someone want to hold on to this map? Or do you guys
You
just
have the
wanna
bag of
hold on to
holding.
this map?
I was gonna say.
Sounds good.
So.
I'll mark it down then. And I would also, Brooke, by the way, teach the whole party to.
Okay.
I would have said them in front of them, but I would like double make sure that they understood those were the codes words and how they worked.
Okay.
So I want everybody to be able to access the map if needed.
At some point, I'll put it somewhere, but
Yeah.
not right now.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah. My only list would be treats, journal, and something to write with. Other than that, I'm going to go to the temple. If there's anything you guys need from there, I guess.
I should-
Um,
I'll give you a.
Do you want anyone to come with you?
No, I feel pretty safe there. Tinon was very welcoming and
Well, maybe there, but in general, should we be alone given?
that's fair. I mean, whoever wants to
I
come
need
with me can.
to send out something by courier, but after that, I can go with you.
Okay. Then I'll tag along with you.
Is
I guess.
that Brooke, who knows the map, is courier nearby where they can go on the way or after? That works.
Your best shot there. Do you want the cheapest Or just the closest to you?
I don't need cheapest. Just the closest.
Yeah, you can find one on your way.
Okay.
That works then. Because I
It'll
just
probably be like, what is that, like a 2
one
week
at least one
journey?
of you has sending, right?
I do.
Our bard has sending now, right?
Let me check. Do I have sending? I
It'll be
forget
10
which spells
silver
I
to
did or
send that,
did not.
Acles.
I don't.
Or I guess it's gold, huh?
Triss has sending? Question mark.
I thought Triss did. I feel like Triss has.
I don't
Chris
think
is-
sorcerers get that spell.
I don't think so either.
Shit.
Well, yeah, but she's like our level, so she could have taken it with her feet.
I don't think you can get 3rd level spells with a feat.
Sure you can.
If you cheat,
Just got real nice
If
feet.
you DM
I'm
cheated.
sorry. Roll20, what do you mean classes? Bard, cleric, wizard, occultist.
Probably
is
a
that
20,
from
24.
new?
It might
Ugh.
be. It's either 2024 or it's from the Thingy.
I don't know what
I didn't get the
occultist
roll
class
20
is,
bleed in.
but I want to look at what the occultist class.
All right, but
Same.
I think that's good. The rest of us have general supplies to get. Because Acles, did you want anything from the store then?
Just if you can
Really is a
top up
mom.
my the pet food.
Well, you guys are gonna meet at the stables probably.
Oh,
Once the horses are done.
I
Which
have
is connected to the pet store.
That works out.
absolutely nothing. My seahorse is now on my
You
backpack.
sure it might be a while till we're in another town with stores like this. Don't want
I
to
mean,
pull over for you
as-
later.
As long as I have rations that I can eat, I'll be fine.
Don't worry, we'll have better than rations.
Oh boy.
Good store.
What's that mean?
I need to buy dinner food.
Oh,
Oh,
mom's
okay.
I
momming.
literally took a feat focused around cooking. All right.
Mom was
Think, all
asking
right,
us what we
serving
want
the
for
party
dinner and is cooking.
Rations?
I'll
I
say
don't know,
it costs.
maybe only your wife or your girlfriend gets it. I don't know.
Well, his girlfriend's the
just
only one that gets it.
Summon
But
ingredients, probably.
That's not true.
Huh?
Goes both ways.
I don't want to know.
Swinger.
so rations is usually 5 silver a person a day. I'd say dinner food would be 7 silver a person a day.
How many of us are there? 57?
6.
Oh, Acles
That
will give you
Counting,
like
It's not counting the
100
animals, but that's
gold.
counting Triss
That-
and myself. It's
counting Triss.
yes, 6 is
Yeah.
counting Triss.
How many days of travel till Mondstadt, Brooke?
Maybe 3. But from the way things sound, you should probably buy for while you're there too.
How many days are we going to be in Mondstadt?
It's up to you guys.
I'm
As
asking
long
the
as we-
party. What they
We
think.
don't know. That's the problem. We don't know how bad it is, and if we're gonna have to go hunt something down. So I guess
I
plan for
plan
4 or
for,
5
like,
or like a week or 2, maybe.
a week.
Yeah, I think a week's a safe bet.
You're not poor anymore, right?
Huh? No, I'm good.
Better not be. I have 5,000 platinum. I can share some with you.
All right, Greeny.
Only
Green-
5,000 platinum?
yeah, only.
I'll buy for a week in Mondstadt, and if after a week there we're still in trouble, that'll be a problem.
A week's probably about as long as you can make that kind of food last anyway. Without it going bad.
Worst case scenario, Cal and Cherish can summon food for us. We won't starve. And water.
All right, 42 gold. I will pay.
42.
That is 10 days worth of food.
10 days. Okay. I was
Because
counting
it's-
for 7. My bad.
Yeah, 3 days of travel, 7 days in Mondstadt.
Okay. Okie dokie. And you're asking those questions, Sam?
Yes, whenever I get to the temple, I'm going to ask, do you know how to reach Biter and Tsunami? And
Oh, I'm about to deliver a Whopper.
Whopper, Big
Whopper,
Mac.
Whopper, Whopper.
It's gonna be yes or
Double, triple.
bitch. What is that? What do you mean?
Yes, you know.
What do you? What is? Hey, Antomo, I don't. Hold on, buddy.
I watch
Yeah,
Cherish have like a meltdown.
slight. Actually, legitimately, she is in a roller coaster of emotions.
I wish I had
Oh.
this thing called camera. I heard about it at the Ahir temple. Mentioned in myths.
Yeah, I don't. I don't. Okay, I'm going to put down 5 gold pieces on the shrine. Not in Tomo's fault. I
Are you
appreciate.
visibly showing your freak out?
Yeah, and I'm gonna.
Yeah, Eccles is watching.
Yeah, it is. As Cherish is pulling out like 5 gold pieces and still like being respectful. It's again not Tomo's fault. Tomo gave an answer.
Alright, well, as you're having a freak out, Tinon notices.
Oh.
And, like,
Tinon.
very worriedly comes rushing over, and you recognize the spell he's casting. He's casting Calm Emotions.
Well, man, I've had that cast on me before. It works, but it's annoying. Mentor used to do it. Thank you, though. It's not a...
breathe.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yes and no. So Achilles, just so you know, sort of, we got some good answers, but also, I guess to answer your question, Tina, and I just got an unclear on whether or not my father is okay, so that's something I was worried about.
Oh.
And I question even more now if maybe I did see by the river, more so looking at Achilles, maybe I did see the imp and then it got teleported away or something. Maybe something actually happened to him?
Yeah, it makes way more. That's unfortunately what I was thinking. It didn't make sense for you to be sick.
Yeah, I haven't been seeing things. This is really confusing to you, Tina. There's a lot going on. I thought I was crazy and sick with something. It turns out I'm not, and instead it just might be that my father, who's in the Nine Hells, has something going on with him. There's a lot. I don't know you that closely. I'm sorry.
You're not the first person to dump trauma or worries. There's a reason I know the spell and always have it ready.
That's fair. Yeah, it works. Okay, well, that's something that I will have to figure out what to do with.
I'll kind of go over and reach out my hand if you're still kneeling at the altar.
Yeah, probably is. I'll stand. Just definitely trying to compose herself a little, and then just... Okay, well, yeah, that's something I deal with later. Right now, I don't know if you...
Figure something out.
I appreciate you, Tinon, for coming over and helping.
That is my duty.
But you
Good
probably...
luck.
Yes, thank you. I was like, you probably don't want to be in on the other stuff. You don't need to know. Yeah.
Nope. I've done my job.
Yes. So, Biter and Tsunami, at least Tomo doesn't know how to reach them, but there are places where bugs not from this dimension have been appearing in abundance. So, that could be helpful.
Yeah, that our theory is correct. Well, technically, Kethir's theory that we agreed with. Have to give him credit.
Is that, Brooke, for clarification, is that coming from
Intomo.
like, right, okay, yeah, from Intomo. Yeah. It's not your fault. She's gonna kind of mutter under her breath. Not your fault, Intomo. I appreciate the answer. Okay. I don't know mean, even if something is wrong with my dad, the problem is I don't. It's me. It's not like we're gonna take a trip to the hells to assist him. He did the whole, getting me out of there for a reason to not have me stuck down there. So I don't. That's just unfortunate news. I was curious and I got an answer. He's not hurt, and he's not like. It's not that he. Well, it's not that he's just not okay. Maybe it's
You get the feeling that since his aunt is the goddess of death, and Tomo would have told you if he was dead.
Yeah. Okay. So he's not dead, but he's not okay.
Oh,
So.
Well, he might be okay.
Well,
hello.
I don't know.
Hi.
There's a chance they just don't know what's going
Oh,
on in the Nine Hells
okay.
at the moment. Unsure doesn't mean that it's because something bad has happened.
I think my
That's
power
what
just went
Cherish
out
is
for a
thinking.
second, but it's
Uh-oh.
back. I don't
Welcome
know.
back.
Everything went dark.
Well, that's not good.
Fun.
I'm back now.
Okay,
So
Alma's just
we
messing
really
with you.
gotta get going soon.
Yeah, Alma crawled out of your computer, don't worry.
Oh.
The real you can't cast
Hooray.
the invisibility.
Alright.
Uh,
Well, let's head onward to meet up with the rest of everyone. Thank
Cool,
you for
well,
being
this
here,
time-
Achilles.
I just leave 2 gold, 1 in the fountain and 1 within Tomo.
Sinon gives you guys nods of farewell. And it's about this time that you guys are, well, not this time, but you guys are at the stables, Minty and Kathir.
I do make
Ah.
sure to get bananas, by the way.
Okay.
I was asked for them.
Slick will appreciate
Okay.
it.
And like the moment you step into, because you got to go into the pet shop to like tell Reza that you guys are leaving. Parth is leaving your side and going to curl around Reza's neck like a hug, like he always does if you guys walk into the pet store. Roll me an insight check, both of you.
okay.
Is Reza the god
insight?
who helped your little creature? Reza a deity. We're casually
You're
buying
asking me
stuff
for
from.
an insight check, right?
Insight, yeah.
Okay.
She's working on it. 24.
Okay. 14, you know, Parth always seems so happy to see Reza, and Reza always seems so. Well, it's hard to get an expression because there's a mask on the lower half of her face, but you think she smiles every time she sees Parth, because the corner of her eyes crinkle. Kathir, she is much more worried fussing this time than just happy to see. And you can't hear their conversation because she talks through mental connection, but you can assume they're having a conversation.
Busted.
I watch them.
Worried
closely.
light.
I stab
After-
her to see if she's a god.
Bombastic side eye.
What?
Huh?
What?
He's
you
watching
say?
to see if she's a
What?
god.
Oh,
Yeah, that's definitely all I said.
it's not. I want to know what you said.
He's weird. Don't worry.
It was something
Did I
about a
say
god.
I said I stab her to see if she's actually a god.
Oh!
But after she finishes with her
That's what I'm
fussing
not
and lets
used to.
Parth just curl around her shoulders like a contented cat, she looks at the two of you and I assume you're back for your horses. A horse? You guys have 1 horse? 2 horses. You have Gerard Ney, I know that. Do you have another?
I think we only have
That's
one.
not his name.
Yes, it is. Gerard May.
What's
Okay.
wrong with Jordan?
You're here for your horse, I assume. You know, I won't charge because Nebin brought them because the castle stables were full, but glad you thought to come here. I guess one of them probably told you that, huh? And yeah, one of the guards told you that Nebin would handle it, and then later I didn't say it out loud.
I'm pretty sure
But-
we put our own animals away.
No, this time because when you got to town, there was no guard at the front, so you beelined for the castle, and then the 2 guards were like, "Well, watch your cart, Nevin will handle the horse."
Yeah.
But then later, off screen, someone came and was like, "Hey,
Well, it's
stables
all
are full.
off screen
Stuff's
because
at the
it's in our
stable."
minds, which
Medieval
actually-
valet.
Yeah. No charge for the night of, since I mean, how this stable hand brought him, yeah, your horse is the guy, I think.
Yeah, Gerardnay.
Not its name.
Yeah,
They're much
it
more
is.
stuttery this time, by the way.
Why?
Check their sleep.
And
wrong?
I, would Cal bring this up? Yeah, Cal will ask them about their friend that got hurt the other night in front of you guys, because I don't think they brought it up, but they wanted to ask, and I know they wanted to ask because I think they made note of it. But just shrug.
Who got hurt?
When you guys left town the last time, Cal and I don't remember who came with Cal to get the horse.
I don't think it was Cherish.
Was
I
it
don't
Benji?
remember. Someone did.
No, it was Cherish, I think.
Okay.
I thought it was Acles. I thought it was when Acles got their seahorse.
Oh.
Maybe.
I really can't remember.
For the seahorse, they didn't get them the first time. They made sure they
Yeah,
would
I
have a
went with
place
Cal the
where they
first
could come
time.
back.
Yeah.
It's not that I didn't get them the first time. It's that I wasn't there when you guys went to the pet shop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
Yeah,
was
but that's
me and
what I'm
Cal the
saying
first
is
time.
Acles had to go back a second time, and it was the second time that they learned about the friend. Is even if it was the first time
Yeah.
Acles went. So
So, the day you guys left for Grimrest, they seemed stressed and upset about one of their friends getting hurt and said that they would handle it, which Cal seemed like they wanted to mention again. But you were there for it too, Acles.
Okay.
is Acles back with the party yet?
This would be about the time they're walking through the door, yes. As
Oh,
Cal's
hey.
asking about it.
I gotta go though, Brooke. So
Oh, we can end here if you want.
I mean, it's
That
fine.
might
You
be a
guys
good
can wrap
idea.
up what you're doing, and then But I gotta
I have to
Okay.
leave
fun
for
and
dinner
then-
too.
Okay. Well, pick up here next time. Bye.
Alright. Bye.